Are we live, guys? Hi, guys. I'm getting my tea and coffee ready. And I've been watching a lot of interviews, a lot of clips. I've been reading all your comments. Thank you for all the information that you guys have been sending me. Amazing. So, good morning from Southwest UK, near Bristol, a small town called Weston-super-Mare. I took the kids to school, and I've just been faffing around trying to get some research together so we can have a chat. So I just wanted to get my teas and I got a tea and a coffee. I'm ready. Do you guys have your tea and coffee ready? So you're going to need it. This is going to be a long one, guys. Okay, let's just bring my teas over. Now, we're going to be here a while this morning. The kids are at school. My wife is upstairs. We got the tea, guys. My wife is upstairs. So we have got a couple of hours. Right, I need to get my bits ready, like get my phone ready. Okay, so quite an interesting title. The title is how have we been scammed? Really? Let me just 1 second. Okay, right. We're back. We're back in the UK. Right. I'm really sorry that I'm so late. Let's just have a look who's on. Now, we do have a lot to go through. You guys know that I've been away. So who we got on? We've got Deborah, Colleen, Michelle, Trudy, Philomena. Who else we got? Let me just check. My eyesight. We've got Els, Regina, Jane, and Linda. Linda sent me a coffee. Linda, thank you so much for the coffee yesterday. I definitely went and bought one. I went and got a lovely Costa coffee. Thanks to you. Obviously, Michelle has sent me coffees. Michelle Runda. All of it, anyone that sent me a coffee, thank you so much. I used them up yesterday. I really appreciate it when you guys send me a coffee. I bought me and my wife a coffee, and it was thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. That's so kind when you hit the coffee button or when you send me a super thank you. It's just very, very kind, all of you. I really appreciate it. Who else we got? We got Renee. Renee, I did watch your video this morning. Renee has a brilliant YouTube channel. I loved it. And Separate Ways, Renee, is my second favorite Elvis song. Do you guys know Separate Ways? And you do relate that song to his life and what he's been through. So Renee, brilliant video, brilliant. Just please hop over to Renee's channel and give him a subscribe and a like and watch his videos. They're great. He speaks from the heart, and he's going to be doing some live streams as well. So we fully support Renee, fully, at Hidden Minds. Right. Okay. So I think I said hello to everyone. There's 2 Debbies. There's probably 2 Lindas and 2 Janes. There's Shirley Sams. Shirley, are you new? Oh, you're welcome, Renee. Really good video. Brilliant. I loved it. Oh, Separate Ways. Oh, I don't know if you guys have watched it, but Renee did a video on his YouTube channel, Hidden Minds. It was like a review of the song Separate Ways. And he breaks it down and talks about Elvis from an emotional point of view, how it connected to his life with his daughter, obviously the marriage, and it was brilliant. And I'm pretty sure that Separate Ways was written by Red West. Is that true, Renee? I'm pretty sure Red West, the bodyguard, his close friend, the one who helped write the tell-all book, Elvis, What Happened, wrote Separate Ways. Is that true, Renee? Anyway, so let's get a bit serious, shall we? So just to bring you up to date, I had a brilliant weekend. Went away with the wife and the kids. We went and saw 3 ETAs in the pavilion. So Elvis tribute acts. Now I always forget their name. So I'm going to see if I can just quickly get it up here, tell you their name. I do have a serious memory problem. I do forget things. So let's just see if it comes up. And we loved it. And what did surprise me is that my kids loved it, Yasmin and Tino. And so did, I'm just seeing if it comes up. And so my wife actually enjoyed it. And all 3 of them are great. Let's have a look. Here we go. Is this the one? There we go. So the 3 Elvis tribute acts were Sean Clush, who I think won a massive, I think 17 million people voted him as the winner on a Vernon Kay, I think a British show on the BBC One, the world's greatest ever Elvis. So Sean Clush, he was great. I felt that he was more suitable for playing the older Elvis. And then you had the 2 younger guys, one playing the Elvis in the 50s. And that is not even saying me their names now. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. See if it comes up. Oh, it's just typical. The names aren't here. So hang on. Let's have a look. We'll find it. We'll find it. The guy who played the young Elvis was just hilarious. It really made me laugh. I think his name was Ben something. Was it Ben Johnson? Does that ring a bell? And let's go back again. I just surprised. I went there and I just remember thinking, so it's Ben Thompson and Moses Snow. Ben Thompson and Moses Snow, I think. Yeah. I think. I hope. I don't know. I'm getting the names mixed up. Anyway, it was brilliant. We had a right laugh. We posted the videos and it was nice to have a break. It was nice to just be a little family. It was quite a long drive. It was a couple of hours each way and just nice to get away. But what happens? This very unexpected thing happens where Priscilla walks in on Riley Keough's book signing at Memphis, and which I think was sold out. I think was it $40 a ticket? I'm not really sure. Some of you guys were there. We know Amy was there, but other people were there as well. Is there anyone here now? Is there anyone here now that was there? You look like you were having a brilliant time. I could hear you singing more than them. Yeah, I can't sing. Linda, I can't sing. I cannot sing, but I'll just join in for the fun of it. It was fun, yeah. Yeah, it was good, but the timing wasn't good because this situation with Riley is big. It's big, isn't it, guys? Yeah. So let me just, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link of this live stream. I'm going to quickly put it on so that just make sure that anyone else on here can join in. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go through it's about 30 minutes of interviews. You've got the before Priscilla joins in and after, haven't you? Really, we've got to go through it. Yeah. The reason I want to go through it, yeah, don't worry, Linda. I've never said I could sing, but the reason I think we need to go through it is because there is quite a stark difference between Riley's interview, which sort of mimics all of the interviews that we're getting on all the different TV programs in America. Yeah. And then Priscilla walks in and the whole thing just takes a turn, completely different atmosphere. It always drives me mad that she is cheered and clapped when she walks into a room, because she ain't no Elvis. She is no Elvis. But okay. And then what we're going to do and we're going to try and see if Priscilla had a game plan. Now, my feeling is that we're getting played as fans around the world. I feel that we're getting played a bit by Priscilla. I feel that the way that Priscilla was talking, the way she took hold of the conversation, was her opportunity to try and, in a very sly way, disprove some of the accusations made in this book, that almost try and make Lisa look bad, to try and discredit Lisa. I think Priscilla was trying to play the victim and trying to sway public opinion, to try and get the fans around the world to think that maybe the things that are in this book that were on the tapes that she recorded, Lisa Marie recorded, are wrong. Now, I don't agree, but I think that's the game that Priscilla was playing. But we're going to go through that properly by watching the video. Now, many of you think that it was all prearranged, that they knew that Priscilla was going to be there, that it was no surprise, and that it was just an arranged thing Riley knew. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think so. I think it was very unexpected. I think it was very last minute. I don't think they knew Priscilla was going to turn up. Now, they knew she was in Memphis because of the thing that happened at the Rotary Club, yeah, which is on YouTube if you want to look it up. But I just think when you see her walk in the room, you see the surprise on Riley's face, the surprise of the interviewer. What's her name? Nicole Richie. Nicole Richie, is it? Everyone just looks a bit surprised. And I even think that the way the questioning goes is a bit, well, the interviewer tries to ask questions, but then I feel that Priscilla just grabs it and takes over. Priscilla stops the questioning really, and goes, right, I went through this and I went through that, and Lisa was like this and Lisa was like that, and she was difficult and we got through it and blah, blah, blah. She suddenly turns the whole conversation onto how she suffered, how Lisa was difficult. The whole conversation turns to that. And I think it's in defense to this. It's trying to get public opinion, not just the Elvis fans, to go, oh, maybe the things in this book are not true. Now, we're going to go through it together and try and come to our own opinion together, Team Elvis, on how it was going to go. Yeah, so right, so Deborah says, I figured if she was going to show up anyway, it would be Memphis. She had some serious brown nosing to do. Now, Deborah, I agree. Now, really, I feel a bit silly, yeah, because now in hindsight, it was obvious she was going to turn up at Memphis, yeah. Now, wouldn't it be really interesting to know if she does turn up anywhere else? Now, I think it was obvious now in hindsight, because Memphis, don't forget, she has been running Gracelands and EPE with Elvis Presley Enterprises, Joel Weishanker, and previous owners, Bob Silliman, whereas Jack Sodden, for decades, for her whole life, yeah? So I've been saying that she's been squeezed out, that she's not welcome, and then completely surprised, and I was definitely wrong, because she turned up at Gracelands. Now, she still may not be welcome, but she was going in there. I believe that Priscilla was going to be in that room. She had made up her mind and no one was going to stop her. This is my opinion. I think Riley was going to do her lovely little book signing with the audience. And the nice questioning from, I'm getting her name wrong. Is it Nicole Ritchie? And it was all going to be very sweet. She was going to answer all the questions in the same way that she's done on every other interview she's done. She's done about over 10 interviews, hasn't she? They're all on YouTube. Always the same stuff, you know. She was just going to go through those questions. And I think that was going to be the end of it. But no. When Priscilla walked in, everything took a turn. Everything took a turn. This is just my opinion. Yeah. Now, some of you are going to go, no, it was meant to happen. It was all pre-agreed, pre-arranged. They knew she was going to be there. I just don't think so. Now, can I ask you guys, how many of you think Priscilla, they knew she was going to be there? How many of you think, yes, they knew she was going to be there? I'll ask that question first. Right, I'm going to whilst you answer, I'm going to get my coffee. So I'm not rushing, guys. I've got the whole morning. I'm not rushing. I'm taking my time. We're going to do this together in the comfort of our homes over a cup of tea or coffee. No rush. Right. Okay, let me get my right. I've got the coffee. Got the coffee. I'm going to treat myself to a bit of honey. Honey. Right. Did any of you watch my night video? That was funny. Did any of you watch my night video? I thought I was going to get attacked by a vampire. Did any of you watch that? It was like, I started the video at around, 6:30 or something. And it was fine. It was all good. And then just suddenly it was pitch black. I literally thought a werewolf was going to pounce on me and rip my neck out. Did any of you watch it? Right, I'm going to put some Elvis on in the background. Should we watch a bit of Elvis whilst we do my video? Okay, let's find some Elvis, yeah? Got my silly glasses on, look. Yeah, I wear glasses. I'm short-sighted. Are any of you short-sighted? I've been short-sighted since I was 19. What's that? Just voice into the night. Yeah. At first not, but now I do think, because there is a picture of the two before shows sitting at the sort of open tour car. I descent into, yeah, I enjoyed it actually, because I just felt like a walk with the dogs. Right, let me just put Elvis in the background. Come on, there we go. Is that it? There we go. That'll do. Just turn the volume down. I want to see Elvis. Come on, let's see Elvis. I do like Elvis in the background. I literally watch Elvis all day, every day. Right? Whether it be documentaries, music, and to be honest with you, to keep up with this channel, I have to. I don't have a choice. But I love it. Please don't think it's a problem. I love it. Yeah, let's try and get a long one. They're all short. There we go. That'll do. Right, okay. Let's put that on in the background. Look at that. You see it, guys? One of his rehearsals. I'm so lucky that I get to watch Elvis all the time, and I never get tired of it. Never get bored of it. Right, let's just check your comments, and then we're going to start off. I'm really sorry that it took me a while to get to the point, guys. So let me just quickly check your... Right, okay. So we've got Linda says Riley looks shocked. Misha says, I think they suspected she would show up, and I don't think it was expected that she would turn up on stage. I agree with that. They knew she was in Memphis. So let's have a look. If anyone knew she was coming, why hadn't they prepared for it with the 3 chairs? Yes. And I'm going to show you a video clip now of when she turns up of Riley walking off stage, because I think that is quite important to what I'm trying to say. Let's have a look. So Misha said, so let's have a look. Right, at first, let me just, so sorry guys. I'm not sure that proves that Riley expected her on stage. Let's keep looking. Yeah, Deborah, you're right. It would have been a great scary movie. Didn't Nicole say that she was just about to get her chair, then announced her? I think that was the way for it to not look unprofessional. Yes, Linda, yes. I thought Nicole was quite professional. Once she realized, oops, actually Priscilla's coming on stage, she tried to make it sound like it was all prearranged and went, yes, said about the chair. So I think it was thrust upon them. I think it was thrust upon them. Seriously. I think Priscilla was like, I'm coming in. You ain't stopping me. Priscilla was going to get into that room. And then the first thing she says is, oh, whose cheer was the loudest? Oh, was mine louder than yours? It's not a great start, is it? So I don't know what to think either. I couldn't see the facial expressions. That's the other Linda. Linda, thank you for the coffee. Thank you so much. Guys, send me a coffee. I love it. Right. But Nicole asked Riley, are you okay? Right, yeah. Yes, we're going to show all this. Right, Michelle, yeah, thank you, Michelle. You could hear Nicole in a low tone. Yes. Thank Linda, you know I love it. And trust me, I yesterday, all your little coffees you sent me, I got the kids an ice cream. I've got my wife a little treat, you know, like sweet type treats. I got myself, I had a couple of coffees yesterday. You guys really made a difference to my day with your super thank yous that you hit on the YouTube channel and your little coffees you send me. It did make a difference, guys. It did. I appreciate it. So, right. Now, what I'm going to do, I hope none of you have got anywhere to go because we're going to be a while, guys. Now, I've got a plan today. We're going to go through this topic. Oh, Michelle, come on, you're too nice to me. Michelle sends me a coffee. Michelle, I've got a bit of a plan today. We're going to have quite a long video this morning now. Then I'm going to go off and I'm going to come back straight after and I'm going to read the second half of chapter 1. Yeah? Now, a few people have said to me, be careful not to read it word for word. So we'll sort of read it word for word, but we will review it as well. So we'll break it up so that we don't get in trouble with YouTube for copyright. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do this video now with you, which is going to take a while. I'm going to sign off and then I'm going to come straight back on and we're going to read the second half of chapter 1 of From Here to the Great Unknown. This is my plan. Yeah, I got a free day. Yeah, I don't have to get the kids until 3 o'clock. So I want to do 2 lives before I get the kids from school. This is my plan. Now, right, let's get on with it. Let's go. I'm waffling. I don't think Priscilla was expected on stage. Trudy says it was awkward and laughs. And Riley and Natalie, and I felt Priscilla intended to intimidate them. Yes, Trudy, yes. I felt that. I felt the intimidation. I felt the surprise. Definitely there was a surprise in the audience. There was also a surprise from Nicole and from, I think Riley Keough, she just couldn't get rid of that look. She's sort of like, look at my weird face, guys. She was like that. Yeah? Do you agree with the face? Let's get the face up. Also, a look of surprise. Let's see if we can get it. Let's get the face up. Let's get the Riley surprise face up. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I love Riley. I fully support Riley. Fully. Yeah. Please don't think I have a problem with Riley. I do have expectations from Riley. Come on. I do have expectations from Riley. I want Riley to step up and defend her mum. I do. But no pressure. I'm not going to hate on her if she doesn't do what I feel she should do. We defend Elvis Presley and the bloodline. That is what we do. All this weirdness that's going on with other people that want to hate on Riley because they feel that she allowed Priscilla to walk into that room, onto that stage. Guys, please don't. Please do not hate on Riley. Elvis would not want it. Elvis would not want it. Yeah? I understand how you feel. You feel let down. You feel that Riley needs to step up and defend her mother, defend Elvis. Yeah. But guys, calm down, please. Now, I say this respectfully. Now, some of you guys that are trying to turn on Riley and trying to create hate for Riley, trying to turn the Elvis fans against Riley, you're making a mistake. You don't turn on Elvis's granddaughter. Elvis wouldn't want it, guys. And I said this yesterday on the live stream, the dog walk last night, the night walk, I call it. Right, let me just let the dog out. He's going to bark every 2 seconds. Right, come on. We're trying to do a live stream. What's going on? Right, there we go. Right. Funny thing is, my dog, because she's half blind, half deaf, she'll bark to get out, and then she'll bark to come back in, and she'll just keep doing it for an hour. Anyway, right. I did want to address this quickly before I play these videos. Right. I send an olive branch to any subscribers or members. Right, that's enough. Come on. That's enough. Come here. Shh. Good. There we are. She's very old. She's 16 years old, I think. And she's a bit blind. She's a bit deaf. Right, come on. You need to just calm down. So she just barks for the sake of it, for no real reason. Right, okay. Here's the other one. Right, okay. Yeah, you both get a stroke. They both want a stroke, guys. Right, okay. What's the matter? What's the matter? Woo! Come on, you're both going to get a stroke each. It's all right. Now, that's it. No more barking. Right. So cute. Right. I know they're cute, aren't they? Now, back to the serious topic. I've been watching the 24 chat on Defending Elvis Presley, the Facebook page, which we are all proud of. Please join it, guys. Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. We have a 24-hour chat that you're all welcome to join. And it is amazing. The chat is amazing. We become friends. We bond with each other. We share our research, our pictures, our videos. It's amazing. There's nearly 200 people are on that chat. It's amazing. But I do scan through the chats. I do want the chats to stay friendly and respectful. No one being rude to each other. Please don't force your views on people. You can have your different views and your different perspectives, but you don't force your views. Yeah, you just go, this is how I think. We agree to disagree. Yeah, friendly, always friendly. Anybody not being friendly, I'm just going to delete them. Yeah, so this is my point. Right. So my point is, we had quite a tough couple of days with people arguing about Priscilla turning up on the live show. Very upset, heated arguments, you know. Now, I say this to the subscribers, the members that are on a mission to create hate against Riley. You're making a mistake. Please calm down. Now, I always go back to this. If it was Elvis, if Elvis was there in the same circumstances, would he hate on Riley? No way. Do any of you for a second think that Elvis would want us to hate on Riley? No way. Riley has gone through hell with her sisters, Finley and Harper. She lost her brother. Obviously, she's lost her mother. She's a massive pressure with Graceland and EPE, and just Riley and all of the family have gone through hell and are still going through hell. This is still happening and unfolding every day, isn't it? Every day. Now, yes, we have expectations of Riley. We want her to step up and defend Lisa. We do. Yeah. We want her to somehow deal with these allegations of Michael Edwards, these sexual, I don't know the way of putting it. We have to be careful how we talk about it. It has to be quiet. Wait. Right, all right, postman there, come on. Let me just let him out a minute. Right, come on. Right, come on. Right, out. Come on. Right. Right. As we know, we're at home in my kitchen. Yeah, having a coffee together. Now, we want Riley to step up, and we do want her to be questioned about the Michael Edwards allegations. We are so upset and infuriated that Lisa Marie went to the effort to put it in her book, to ask Riley, so the world can know what happened. But it seems to be getting brushed under the carpet, doesn't it? It does. Now, some of you will say, well, you know, Riley's in a difficult position with potential lawsuits. She's trying to keep her grandmother happy, and it's very awkward for her to discuss these matters. Yes, it is. It is. I don't care. I'll tell you my position very clearly. Riley does need to bring these things up. She does need to get the interviewers, the news companies, the media to talk about these allegations. It needs to be brought up. Lisa Marie wanted it as public knowledge. She wanted it to be brought up. There is some evidence because we've got Lisa Marie's own tapes. We've got Michael Edwards admitting it in his book. We've got interviews of Lisa Marie. Howard Stern is one of them, but there's others saying that she had been mistreated by Michael Edwards. Yeah, so we do want it brought up, guys. We do. As awkward as it is, even if there's a potential lawsuit, and it's obviously needs to be dealt with by the authorities and the police, it is all alleged. Now remember, everything we do here is for entertainment purposes, and it is our opinions for entertainment purposes. Yeah, we're not judge and jury. But it does need to be addressed. So Riley, you must step up and defend your mother. You must do it. The fans expect it. Right. Now, this is my point. I'm going back to quickly. I just want you to know, guys, that, how can I say it? The people that are trying to create hate and they're putting it on their other Facebook channels, please stop doing it. Please just calm down, take a breath. Calm down. Now, one of the things I keep seeing said is the true Elvis fans who only support Elvis and Lisa, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Now, does anyone here honestly believe, can I ask you now before we move on, does anyone here honestly believe that you are only a true Elvis fan if you only support Elvis and Lisa? So please answer me that. I ask you that. There we go. Emily, thank you. Seriously, I want you guys to answer this question. It's very important because this is the hate that is going out at the moment. The hate that is going out is if you are not just an Elvis and Lisa fan, then you are not a true fan. Yeah, which is complete BS, by the way. Deborah, I think she's biding her time, and then when all is said and done, she'll do whatever she wants with Priscilla. I agree, Colleen. Michelle Arundel, absolutely not. Yes. Riley is bloodline. Yes. If you are an Elvis fan, you support the Elvis bloodline. Yes, Sue. Linda, true. It all in changes in Riley's life from them. New baby, Lisa Marie, lawsuit, book tour, Graceland responsibility. Yes. Right. Right. Now, I'm making my position very clear. Yeah. Anybody that thinks that you are only a true fan if you support just Elvis and just Lisa, you're full of it. You are full of it. You are literally talking total B. Yeah. Now, I want to come across friendly and respectful, but on that particular point, I have to be a little bit rude. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm an Elvis fan through and through, to my heart. Like you, I am as much of an Elvis fan as any of you guys out there. Many of you are fans for over 60 years. I've been a fan for over 50 years. We've all gone through it. Now, my reasons for being an Elvis fan are very personal, very personal. We're talking almost life and death. Yeah, I get tearful. I am as big an Elvis fan as you will ever get, ever. I literally would fight for Elvis. Next to my family, Elvis and his bloodline, and the life that he led, and everything that Lisa Marie has gone through, and now Finley and Harper, and now Riley, I am 100% for them. Yeah? So when you get certain people posting hate, saying you're not a true Elvis fan unless you support just Elvis and just Lisa, I am very offended. Very offended. Yeah? So please don't think that if you are a hateful fan that just supports just Elvis and Lisa, it makes you a better fan. It does not. And it's pretty childish. It's pretty childish, isn't it? It's like, nah, 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 I'm a better fan than you. You're not a real fan, blah, blah, blah. But it's pathetic. It's childish. Grow up. Grow up. Yeah? This is what I say to the people out there that are hating on Riley and calling themselves true fans. You ain't. You're haters. You are haters. Now, I'm going to calm down. I'm going to calm down, guys. And I'm going to say to you this. I offer an olive branch. I offer an olive branch to these people that have gone down the road of hate, that are calling us not true fans, that are saying that we are not true fans, which is a real insult to all of us. Yeah, we got 27,000 subscribers. What? We're not true fans? Do any of you here think you are not true fans because you don't only support Lisa and Elvis? Seriously. Yeah? So what I'm trying to say to you is this, guys. These members and subscribers that are pushing the hate, telling us we're not real fans, calm down. I send you love. I send you an olive branch. I will show you respect once you calm down. Please stop doing what you're doing. Please stop telling us we're not true fans. Please stop spreading hate against Riley. Elvis wouldn't want you to spread hate against Riley. Even if you have met Elvis, even if you have met him, does not give you the right to force your views on other Elvis fans. It does not give you the right to tell us we are not Elvis fans because we don't see things from your point of view. And you know who I'm talking about. You have no right. You've gone too far. It's gone to your head. It has gone to your head too much. Because you met him, you now think it gives you the right to be rude, call us names, call Riley names, and tell us we're not fans. You're out of order. You are out of order. You need to rein your neck in. You need to calm yourself down. We all make mistakes. You can apologize for your behavior, and you can just calm down, and we will forgive you and move on. You're very welcome here. You are very welcome here. You know who we're talking about. You are very welcome here. I will end that part of what I'm trying to describe to you guys as this. Let's just be friends. Let's just get on. And please, let's be kind to Riley, because when you're being nasty to Riley and trying to create hate against her, you're also being nasty to Finley and Harper. And Finley and Harper are 16 years old. Riley is Elvis's granddaughter. Riley is Lisa Marie's daughter. Do any of you, even for a second, think that Lisa Marie would want you to create hate against Riley? I repeat, and I'm asking you guys this now. You guys now, there's 50 of you watching. Thank you so much. Do any of you guys think that Lisa Marie would want hate created against Riley? Please answer this question. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Trudy. Lorna. Thank you, Sue. Yeah? Thank you, David. Thank you, Deborah. I want to get the support here. Peter, right, Peter Abba, are you new on this channel? Hi, Peter, you're very welcome. So Peter says, in my opinion, Riley showed class by not getting involved in a confrontation there and then. Thank you. I agree. I agree. Yeah, thank you, Peter. You're very welcome. And where are you from? So Shirley, Sams, are you new, Shirley? Thank you so much. No, she would not. So a couple of new people there. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Team Elvis. Right. Now, please understand, I have very strong views about Priscilla, very strong views. I'm very upset with Priscilla, but I won't use hate to get my way. I won't use hate. I do have strong views about Riley. I want Riley to step up and defend Lisa properly, but we can give her time. Let's give Riley time to do the right thing. I think she will. I think her body language showed quite clearly that she was upset that Priscilla had, I think, crashed. Isn't that Rare Elvis Photos did a video, and so did Shauna of Tenderly Loving Elvis. They both did videos, didn't they? Did any of you watch Shauna's video? It was great. We love Shauna from Tenderly Loving Elvis. Please subscribe to her channel. I watched it, and they're right, what they're saying. It felt crashed. It felt like it had been stormed, you know, like she had just walked in and took over. It did feel that way. Did any of you watch Shauna's show last night? There we are. So, Rainbow, I want to answer your question just quickly. Just go onto Facebook and see the post that is trying to incite hate against Riley, that is saying that we are only Elvis fans if we are only true Elvis fans if we only support Elvis and Lisa. That's the answer to your question. Yeah. Yeah, Shauna's got it right. What Shauna said was correct, in my opinion. I think realistically that the twins have known about this for a while. Riley would protect them. Yeah. Come on, 16. You're pretty switched on at 16. Do you remember how we felt when we were 16? I've seen the pictures. Cheryl Spencer, I've seen the pictures. I've seen the pictures. I still think it was unexpected. I still think it was unexpected, but I get your point. Yes, this is after all the grandmother. Riley is properly using manners in an embarrassing situation. Yeah, thank you, Diane. Thank you. I agree with that. Diana, you new? You're very welcome to Team Elvis. Thank you for joining us. Rainbow, what is crazy? I'm not going to hide away from other people's views and comments. Riley, what is crazy? Please tell us. Riley was just handed a whole new life, and after her mum passed, she needs some time to get her views and where she stands on everything, and that has been thrown at her. Colleen, brilliant comment. Very good comment. I agree. But Colleen, I do think we have to keep the pressure on. I do think Riley needs to know how the fans feel. There's a lot of fans that feel that Riley needs to step up and talk about the Michael Edwards allegations. Yeah. And also Priscilla's involvement, because Priscilla is the mother and was there when the alleged abuse was happening. Priscilla was the boss. Priscilla was the parent. She must have responsibility of what horrible abuse may have happened to Lisa. So Riley does need to defend Lisa. She does, 100%. So we as fans, we do need to keep the pressure on Riley to eventually face it, to be asked the right questions from the interviewers, to bring these topics up. Because Lisa wrote this book, and a big part of Lisa writing this book was to expose these allegations against Michael Edwards and bad parenting of Priscilla. Now, don't forget, if Lisa Marie is putting in this book, my mother was a bad parent, it needs to come out. Lisa Marie wanted us to know. She wanted the public to know. She wanted her family to know. She wanted the media to know, the TV companies. She wants it out there. So Riley must do her mum's wishes. Riley must carry out her mother's wishes to bring this to the attention of the media, the TV, the authorities, the fans, her own family. She has to do it. But I agree, we need to step back and we need to give her a chance to do it. And we're not going to do it by hate. Right. Let me just quickly read this. We're going to start playing the video in a minute. Deborah, that was very telling. She claims not to have read the book, but picks out the one thing to mention that is in the book. It was Riley's way of saying, I know you have read it. Yeah. Michelle, yes. Trust me, she's read that book. I would say Priscilla has read that book 3 or 4 times. Wouldn't you? If you were in the same shoes as Priscilla, wouldn't you read that book? If you knew that there was a possibility of some pretty cruel things being said in that book from her own daughter, would you have read it? If your daughter, who's passed away, has written a book, obviously Riley had to finish it off using the tapes, wouldn't you read it? I would. I tell you now, if my son, who had recently passed, wrote a book and talked about me, I'd read that book quite a few times. She's read it, guys. She has read it. And I would say this. I also think this. Priscilla does not like that Riley is getting all the attention, or Riley is in the spotlight. Riley now is one of the most famous women in the world. Yeah? Riley is one of the most famous women in the world now. Priscilla won't like that. Priscilla will not like that all the attention is on Riley. Priscilla loves attention. She loves attention. She loves the spotlight. She likes to feel the most important person in the room, especially when it comes to Elvis and Graceland. So trust me, she's read that book. She has read that book. Anyone that thinks that Priscilla hasn't read that book, you're in dream world. Right, let's have a look. Let's just quickly check your comments. Hello, everyone. Hi, Luan. You know we love you. Luan, you're very welcome in Australia. Thank you for joining us. You know you're very special to us. Right, so Linda says the abuse explains Lisa Marie's struggles. It sure does. It sure does. Let's just check a few more comments. When Priscilla said Elvis would be looking down on them, really proud, having Navarone in Sonora, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. We're going to go through the video in a sec. I know I'm waffling, guys, but I am going to play the video. I'm not in a rush, guys. We're going to do this. Right. I just want to quickly check your comments. So, Luann, Deborah Diggs, what about the part where Priscilla brought up about Elton John and Riley? Look at Priscilla and Riley says it is in the book, and Priscilla laughs and went quiet. Yes. But do you know what I read from that? Because I think you read from that she might not have read it. I don't. I read that Riley was trying to take back some control of the conversation. Because if you look at that part of the interview, Priscilla completely takes over. Priscilla completely takes over the conversation. She uses it as a chance to say that she struggled, that Lisa was difficult. And Riley grabs back some of the power and every now and then draws the conversation back to Riley. That's what I saw. We're going to play it, guys. Dave says, why mention her? Not proud. Disgusting. Thank you, David. So, sorry, the comments are shooting up, so I might miss a few, guys. When will the video be played? I've got to get back to work. Sam, sorry, my friend, but even when I do play it, we're going to be stopping it and breaking it down. So when I do play it, it's going to take a good hour. So I'm so sorry. Sam, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Yeah. So I'm really sorry. Yeah. I have hard time understanding why Riley does not address Navarone and his post saying Lisa's book is full of lies. Rainbow, look, Rainbow, I have been reading your posts. Yeah. And I understand where you're coming from, but give Riley a chance. Give her a chance. Have patience. Have patience, yeah? Lorraine, what an enabler during the Michael Edwards behavior. I believe that is a criminal charge. Yeah, so do I, Lorraine. I definitely do, but we have to prove it. It's alleged. I believe Lisa. I believe every word Lisa has said. Yeah? But it is for entertainment purposes, and it is my opinion, our opinions. She has read it up mode. The part when she asked about her being a teenager, Priscilla answers what was in the book about the older boy. I don't like the way that Priscilla talks about Lisa in that interview on that stage. I don't like it. It belittles her, makes her look like a very difficult person. Yeah, I don't like it. Okay. So Linda, Priscilla was a surprise guest. It probably would have a chair. Yes, I didn't think she was supposed to be there, guys. Priscilla stole last night and Thunder and made it all about herself. Yes, 100%. I fully agree with that, Rainbow. Well, she knows Navarone is a druggie and she went through with her mum and argue with him at some point. Well, you know, Navarone is a damaged person. He should be in a hospital getting help. Come on, guys. There's something seriously wrong with Navarone. Yeah. Right. So, Luann, you've had your book. If Priscilla thinks she is doing damage control, she looked desperate. I felt embarrassed for her and more clearly see how sad the situation was. Now, Diane, hi, Diane, by the way. I didn't think Priscilla looked desperate. I think she was on a mission. I think she was like, this is my chance to have my say. Ha ha, look at me, I'm here. Ha ha. You lot thought I was banned from Graceland. Here I am. I think she was there to take Riley's thunder. She was there to go, right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm in charge again. I'm going to take over this whole interview. Ha ha. Anyone that thought I was banned, you're wrong. That is the body language I got from Priscilla. Yeah. Let's just have a look. Hi, all morning, Louis. It was lovely seeing you and all having some fun. Oh, thank you, Cherie. It was such fun. It was such fun. So if things go too wrong for Percy, she'll use dementia to get attention. Hi, Carolyn. I hope you're well. Let's have a look. She looked embarrassed. Now, Vibex, do you think Priscilla looked embarrassed? Because I didn't get that. I felt I would have said Riley looked embarrassed. Which one are you talking about, Vibex? She's going to try and turn opinions, but it won't work. Yes, Sue, that's exactly what she's trying to do. Jean, Nicole, Richie definitely look surprised. Taken aback, I would say. Right, okay. I'm going to warm this up, then we're going to play the video, okay? In fact, I'm going to warm both these up. We gotta do it. We better pull them. Right, okay. Right, I'm gonna. Right, 1 second. Let's warm this coffee right. Right. So the first thing I'm going to play, guys, is when Riley walks out of the room. Just very quickly, she walks out. This is when Priscilla first walks into the room. Riley walks out of the room for a few seconds. Yeah, I'm going to play that clip first. This is my first indication that something is not right. Yeah. Okay. Now, have any of you guys, watched the bit where when Priscilla walks in and she has a very uncomfortable hug with Riley, and then they get a seat for Priscilla, and then Riley quickly walks out for a few seconds. I don't know what happens, and then walks straight back in. Did any of you see that? Right. Put a bit of honey in there as well. Make it taste a bit nicer. Okay, so I just want to very, very quickly say to the people that have been trying to create hate and tell us that we're not fans because we don't only support Elvis and Lisa, I have no problem with you. I'm not upset with you. I'm not angry with you. I offer you a friendship, an olive branch. You're very welcome to just come back and just calm yourselves down and join back in with us as a community, as Elvis defenders. Come and join us again as Team Elvis. I don't want to argue with you. I'd rather we are friends. I respect, I understand where you're coming from. So I send you love. I send you love. I do not dislike you or hate you. There's nothing, no bad intentions from me, Louis, and Team Elvis to you guys out there that have overreacted, in my opinion, about Riley. Please, let's just be friends. Please just calm down. Yeah? So I'll move on now and play the video. You know, and even here, guys, even here, Team Elvis, please, the people that have overreacted to this situation with Riley and Priscilla, please give them a chance. Let's not fall out with them. Let's give them a chance, yeah, to make up, yeah. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'll play this little clip, which I did record earlier. Then I'm going to play the longer version. Now, my version of the video is a bit broken up. Let's find it, yeah? Okay. Right, now remember, it's not very good quality, my version. I think there are better qualities out there. So this is just a clip that shows, let's move the camera back, make a bit of room. This is just a clip that shows the time when Priscilla walks in and Riley walks out, yeah? Most of you have seen it anyway, but I'm going to play it anyway. Right.
Wow. Was mine bigger than welcome to Graceland. I was going to introduce you. I was waiting for the chair to come out, but you need no introduction. Everyone is so excited that you're here, and it's an
honor. Right, I'm going to play that again because it's so short. Yeah, the Bex. Yeah. Oh, and let me just turn my laptop plug on. Okay, let's have a look. Right, let me just turn the laptop on before it turns off. Right, okay, we're on. Now, guys, please remember, guys, and the Becks, please remember, these comments are shooting up fast. I'm missing a lot of them. So if I do miss any of your comments, I'm very sorry. I can't help it because they're moving too fast, yeah? But I think, let's have a look. So Vivek said, I said embarrassing, not embarrassed. Okay, thank you, Vivek. Right, let's have a look. Right, okay, let's go back to where we were. I want to play that one more time. It's very short. Now, the bit we're seeing, Priscilla quickly comes. Then you see Riley walk out only for a second or two and then turn around and come back. So it's almost like she was going to walk off. Now, we don't know what happened. We don't know why that happened. Do any of you have an opinion why that happened?
wow. Was mine bigger than welcome to Graceland. I was going to introduce you. I was waiting for the chair to come out, but you need no introduction. Everyone is so excited that you're here, and it's an honor.
Well, see, there's a few bits in that don't add up. Firstly, why she stood up and walked out. Now, someone has just commented that she went to get a chair. Do you really think that Riley Keough, the owner of Gracelands, would be the person to go and get a chair? I don't think so, guys. There's plenty of staff that would have gone and got a chair. So, no, I don't accept that she went to get a chair. The other thing is when Nicole, I think, says, "Welcome to Graceland." There's surprise in her voice. Was it Nicole that said it, or was it Riley? Whoever said it, there's surprise in her voice. The other thing, I think, if they really did know that Riley was going, that Priscilla was going to be a guest, they would have had a chair there. They would have had a chair there, surely. Yeah, there we are. Right, so Linda is saying the chair was already there. I'd say what we'll do. Michelle is saying that she panicked. Hi, Tracy. Tracy, where have you been? We haven't seen you for ages. To a few minutes before Nicole and Riley discussed bringing her on stage. It's all there. Please don't speculate that Riley was unaware. It's obvious they knew. Well, I do. Right. This is my thing, Tracy. I do think they knew she was around. Yeah, I do think they knew she was around. It's that her going on stage is the bit. I think they all seemed a bit shocked. Now, I wasn't there. I'm not. My opinion isn't gospel. I like you guys as Team Elvis, between you, to decide what you think. You tell me if you think they knew that she was going to go on stage for the questioning. You give me your opinions. I won't force my opinion. Yeah. Even Tracy, it's clear Tracy thinks what she thinks. That's great. You've got your opinion, Tracy. I respect that. But we do have different opinions. So well, none of us are going to force opinions. We're going to say what we think and then allow others to think what they think. Yeah? Right, so let's have a look. Diane, she may have felt unsafe with the unexpected invited surprise, if it is unexpected. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know, do we? Cheryl says the questions were already written. Maybe. Rainbow, I know Misha, but Riley lost Ben and has not done the same. If Priscilla had been a loving and protective mother, instead of the months that Lisa could have gotten through Elvis leaving. Okay, that, again, your opinion, Rainbow. If they knew Riley would know a chair would be brought out on stage. Again, we don't know, do we? We honestly don't know. Carolyn says it could have been last minute. Riley did not look pleased. I agree. She didn't look pleased. Yeah. The version on YouTube I see misses out first couple of minutes. I had to see Shauna's to see all of it. And we watched Shauna's video. It was great. Let's have a look. Right. Let's get the video up. Now, I had a really good copy of it. And then I've lost the good copy, so I'm going to have to play the crappy one, which is annoying. Let's have a look. Where are we? Is that the one? I want to find the one that is just one video, so we don't have to play two different videos. Oh, actually, I did want to play this clip for you.
I consider myself, I think, probably more of a writer, songwriter than a singer as much, but because of
right, I want to play this clip first because I want to give it a perspective. I want you to see a perspective between when this was done. This is only a couple of minutes long, and then the more recent interview. So, are you ready, guys? I think it's 3 minutes long. Yeah.
I think probably more of a writer, songwriter than a singer as much, but because I've always loved poetry and writing since really small. Music inspires me to write, so it's not like I sit around and think about something. I kind of just let the music inspire whatever with me. I don't write things down. I have to remember that line. I wish I was like that, but I just sort of make myself sit and do it when it's time. I think there's expectations from everyone, and all I can do is do what I do and, hope that people like it. Otherwise, thank you. If I thought about that, I don't think I could actually do it. Really, I just want them to be really good at it, whatever they're going to do, and take it very seriously, and don't, be very professional and do it right and get really behind it and, just do it well, because there's going to be a lot up against them.
I never heard her sing. She's very shy, kept it to herself. Later on, she would say she, would sing in her room or the bathroom or something. So when I did, obviously, I was very, very relieved. She had a great voice and that she could sing, and it was in her blood, literally in her blood.
So. Thank you.
I was told Elvis is passed. People are going to forget about him in a couple of years. Why do this, right? Thanks to all of you, you proved them wrong, and we did it together. So thank you so much. Thank you.
It's been storm and grace. You know, it's been highs and lows of your feelings. What's different about this year, do you think? Are you amazed that we're here? Your daughter going into the family business, because you've acted, you've been in show business, but you know, Lisa grew up in your family.
She used to, and this is before really she knew, you know, her dad was Elvis Presley.
No, I was just saying thank you. I love being here. I love being with you guys.
Yeah, you know,
She was out late last night, I gotta tell you. She's very complimentary today. I'm wondering there's still alcohol in her system. You've been so nice and bubbly and giving me compliments.
Okay, right. I wanted to play that. Right, I wanted to play that just to sort of show that's like before everything. And then obviously now what we're going to show is after all the terrible things that have happened, yeah? Right, so let's just find it. So the interview I want to play first is the first half, which is probably the bit that's a bit boring for you guys. But I think we need to sort of compare. I think we need to compare. So Riley's there. The audience don't know Priscilla is coming in. I don't think Riley knew, in my opinion, that Priscilla was coming on. I really don't. That's just my opinion. I definitely could be wrong. And I want to show the surprise. Right, let's just try and let's get the right one, because I want the first half, yeah?
And I looked at the house.
Right, let's just get it.
Pain was watching her
Right,
father
okay.
deal with his addiction, and especially around her. And then there were moments where she was under the influence around you guys, around you and your brother. And you know, the book really goes into these patterns of our environment that we cannot shake. How did she process the cynical nature of addiction and struggle and just dealing with having moments of doing the things that made her the most sad?
It's a strange thing, because I think that's something I was always saying to her. You know, like, you're doing the thing that made you sad.
You were able to say that to her.
I was able to say that to her. But I think that there was this thing where she would kind of sometimes go, you know, well, my dad died and I, you know, I'm 41, or I'm 42, or and it felt like she was kind of waiting to like live out his kind of like life in a way,
His timeline.
his like timeline. And I think that maybe she felt, I don't know, there was some kind of, I don't know the answer to that. I think that she felt that maybe his fate was her fate or something. I don't know, but there was this sense of like, well, my dad did this, and so she wouldn't say, well, so that I'm gonna do it, but it was more just she would reference it a lot, you know, what happened to him, and how, I don't know, it was on her mind, I think.
I want to talk about her relationship with your father. She talks in great depth about meeting him, about marrying him, and ultimately leaving him. And I wanted to ask you how that was, hearing that as an adult. Were you aware of the complexity in real time? Was it something that when she talked about it and when you heard the tapes of her talking about it? Like how was that for you?
Something I thought that was really beautiful when writing the book that I realized was that because she did leave my father for Michael, and it was devastating to him and her. Like, she had a lot of guilt about it. She wrote songs about it, and but I realized that had I not picked up a phone call and heard them arguing, I never would have known, because it was so important to them that we didn't know that they felt united and were still parenting us together. Which I feel like at that time in the 90s wasn't really a thing, you know?
Definitely, that was not my experience with my parents' divorce, I'll tell you that.
And so I always felt very proud. Like, now there's like conscious uncoupling with like, and that was
so good at getting divorced nowadays.
Yeah, and that wasn't the way in the 90s. There wasn't like therapists on Instagram and that kind of thing. So I always felt like very proud that I would have had no idea that there was any pain there had I not picked up that phone call and heard him feeling angry.
I think going back to what I was talking about earlier, I think that's a perfect moment in the book of, I can feel that is something that I don't know if she regrets it, but she's hard on herself for that decision. And you can feel that in her words, and then it jumps to yours, and you say exactly that. You say, I really wouldn't have known. They did such a good job at keeping it from me. I always felt their love for each other above anything. And I'm sure that she's smiling right now just thinking about that, because you never want to make your kids feel like their parents don't love each other.
No, and I mean, you know, they bickered a lot. They were like family, and you know, until she died, like, they would bicker all day. But
yeah, I wanted to ask you so can you talk about how their relationship evolved and how he played a role in your life? And
well, he kind of like on and off lived with us, you know, even when she had other relationships. He would live in the guest house, and if she would go on tour, he would stay home and take care of us, or we'd go on tour depending on if we were in school or if it was summer. He really wanted to try and keep us in school, and she would just take us out. And she kind of always won those battles, and so, you know, but they were really close. They were like best friends.
Let me I want to comment on that, because that comment that has just come through, I do have to comment on it, guys. I think it was Emily. Now, Emily, when I talk, it's just opinions. I say it with respect. I don't want to upset you. Please don't think I want to upset, because sometimes people get the wrong idea. I definitely come from a place of kindness, love. I'm good-hearted. If you guys get upset, it upsets me. So please don't take it the wrong way. But I seriously disagree with Emily and Rainbow. And I'll tell you why. I'm not going to talk about it too much, because we need to play this video, because we've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes, and I've only just started playing. And I don't mind. I can sit here for another hour, no problem at all. I'm not in a rush. But I think some of you guys are in a rush. Some of you guys want to see the video. So even though my quality of the video is terrible, if any of you have got a better quality video than that, please send it me and I'll change it. So, right. Now, I want to say, let's find this comment. Now, I'll be honest with you, Rainbow. I do get the impression that you don't like Riley. Now, Rainbow, if you don't like Riley, tell me. Just tell me. Yeah? Let's be honest. Yeah? Right. Okay. Let me, the comment was from Emily. Now, Emily, I don't want to put you on the spot. Now, Emily says, I get the impression that Riley doesn't have a good opinion of Elvis. Now, I have to repeat that. I get the impression that Riley doesn't have a good opinion of Elvis. Now, that's a very, very big thing to say. Yeah, I'd love that question or point to be put to Riley, so I think she'd be quite offended by that comment. Now, Elvis, his generation is the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. It was that music, yeah? So Riley is from a different generation. She grew up in different times, yeah? So, yes, I can see that there's a difference in music tastes. She's never been one that really proclaimed herself as a big Elvis fan, yeah? I've seen past interviews where Riley has been quite honest about her views on Elvis when she sat with her mother. I've seen the interviews, yeah? But to say, let me just repeat it. I get the impression Riley doesn't have a good opinion of Elvis. No way. And I'll tell you why no way. And no offense, please don't take this the wrong way. I know, even from this book, and I haven't even read it all yet, guys. Most of what I know about this book is from comments from you guys telling me, yeah? Lisa went out of her way. Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis's daughter, went out of her way to make sure that Riley and the twins had a very good, deep understanding of Elvis, the true man. Not Elvis the legend, not Elvis the singer or the good-looking man. Elvis, the true man, his heart, what made Elvis tick, his beliefs, his religious beliefs, his talent, yeah? Lisa went out of her way, even taking Riley and Finley and Harper to Graceland regularly, obviously playing in the grounds, playing on the go-karts. There is no way that Lisa Marie Presley would have allowed Riley and Finley and Harper to believe, in your words, that Riley would not have a good opinion of Elvis Presley. No way. And I put this to you guys. There's 60 of you watching. Now Rainbow joins in. Rainbow says, I agree. Yeah? So Rainbow, you're backing up Emily's views. Yeah, I say this respectfully, right? But I'm going to ask you, there's 60 people watching. How many of you here, of 60 people, yeah, believe that Lisa Marie would not have taught Riley and Finley and Harper to love Elvis, to respect Elvis, to see Elvis in a good light? Can I ask that question again? 60 people watching. How many of you think that Lisa Marie Presley, who worshipped and adored her father more than anything, who knew Elvis better than anyone, would have not brought up her children who she worshipped? Lisa Marie worshipped her children, to not see the true man, the real Elvis, his heart, his soul, his spirit. Please answer this question, please. So that is my views, but I say it respectfully to Rainbow and to Emily. I'm just going to wait for your comments, guys. So Philomena agrees, so does Linda. Tracy, I will cover your point in a sec. I just want to see what you guys say. I personally know that she did put at time Riley was a child, Lisa was in different place in Scientology. Well, that's too general, Rainbow. You got a mother, yeah, a mum who is you've got a mum, come on, who worships her dad, yeah, who has 3 kids. She would have instilled a lot of love and respect for Elvis. So this Scientology stuff and this trying to put it down to Riley's age is just bullshit. Sorry. Riley, Rainbow, I respect you a lot more if you just admit to me now here in front of everyone that you just don't like Riley. I respect that more. I've seen your comments, Rainbow. It's okay. If you don't like her, fine. Emily, hi Emily. Louis, that's why I watch your channel, to get it right. Now, Emily, I'm not telling you off. I'm not telling you off. Emily, I'm just trying to show you that the daughter of Elvis Presley and her 3 beautiful children, yeah, including actually even Benjamin when he was alive, would have made sure that they love Elvis deeply and respect him deeply. So this comment of that Riley doesn't really like her dad, it's just, I nearly swore then, it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous, right? I say it with respect, guys. Thank you. So Finola agrees. Lisa will have told her children about her father. They know the importance of his legacy. No, Elaine. Elaine, no. It's not the importance of the legacy. I'm disagreeing with Elaine. This was their granddad. This is the love that comes through Lisa Marie. This is granddad. This ain't the singer. This isn't the beautiful, good-looking man that all the women chase. This is granddad. Yeah, and his life and the kind of person he was. This spiritual man, this religious man, this good-hearted, kind, generous, loving man. Lisa Marie, in my opinion, would have made sure that was important. They knew the real Elvis. Isn't that what this book does? Doesn't this book show the real Elvis? Isn't it? Isn't that why we are so upset with this book? Why we're so angry and upset with this book? Because this doesn't show the real Elvis. This book doesn't show the real Elvis. Yeah? This book does. Yes, I agree, Elaine, that she also would have made sure that her kids preserve and respect the legacy as well. Yes. But the main thing for Lisa would have been, don't listen to all the bullshit that the whole world, all the negative rubbish that people say about your father. No, your grandfather. He was a lovely, decent man through and through. And she would have made that one of the most important things in her life. Remember, the most important thing to Lisa was her kids. That is clear. Even in this book, very clear. Kids first. So that, I'm sorry, that is why I had to step in and give you my point of view. Now, I am just a fan at home. I'm just a fan at home, guys. I'm no expert. I'm like you guys. I love Elvis. I want to defend him. That's all I am. No expert, no guru of Elvis. My opinion is just an opinion. Yeah, that is my opinion. Let's have a look. So we're not going to use Scientology and the fact she was a kid to give you an excuse to hate on Riley. It's not going to happen, right? When P walked out on the stage, P took over the interview and it just didn't get finished. Yes, I completely agree, and we'll see that now. Yeah, Hidden Minds, Renee, 100% Lisa would have let her children know. Yes, Renee, she would have taught her children how kind and beautiful Elvis was in his soul, in his spirit, as a person. So no, I don't think Riley thinks bad of Elvis. No way, no way, never. Right. Of course Lisa did, but like I said, Riley resented Elvis when younger because of the grief and hurt that she was going through, and says that in her book. Nah, sorry, no, don't agree. You'd have to, you're going to have to send me that section so I can read it from my point of view and just see what I think of that. None of you are going to convince me that Riley didn't resented Elvis. That's just ridiculous, right? So that's not true at all. I have watched Riley's movies and Days Change 6 times. I don't agree with her behavior sometimes. Yeah, I can tell. Rainbow, I know. I can see you don't like Riley, but don't get, I advise you to not get involved with hate. Let's not hate on Riley. If you are an Elvis fan, no, you are an Elvis fan, yeah? You truly love Elvis. Do you think Elvis would want you to hate on Riley, to judge Riley? Do you think Elvis would want that? His grandchild? No way. Do you think Lisa Marie, do you class yourself as a Lisa Marie fan? Do you think, I'm talking to you, Rainbow, do you think that that Lisa Marie would want you to hate her daughter? Come on. We're not kids here. We're grown-ups. We need to be mature. Right. And I'm trying to be respectful, but you're pushing it. Right. They would have a closer connection if they met him. But yes, Lisa would have let them know how much. No, yeah, but Linda, not just that. Not just how much she adored her father. She would have really taught them his soul, his spirit, the kind of person he was. She would have a million times, I would say. She would have. I bet you, Lisa spoke about Elvis, her father, constantly to her kids. Constantly. She never got over his death to the day she died. This is very clear in the book. The closeness is very clear in the book, and I haven't even read it yet. Riley herself said that she never had purposely played at an Elvis record. I know, I've seen all these little interviews. I've seen them. She's from a different generation. She's from a different. We're not talking about the music here. We're talking about the fact that Lisa Marie would have taught her kids to love Elvis. That's what we're talking about. To adore him, to understand him, to know his heart. Forget the music, forget the good looks. Right. This is just my opinion, guys. No one's got to agree with me. Yet in an interview, Rainbow, she says she connects to her grandfather when listening to his music. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I don't dislike Riley at all. I don't hate anybody, not even Priscilla. Okay. Now, I do tend to judge people on their actions. On their actions. Because we can say whatever we want, can't we? It's people's actions that tend to say what is truly going on. So that's my answer to that comment. Let's have a look. So Cheryl, she said multiple times, I don't hate her. Again, it's pretty obvious Cheryl and Rainbow are friends. Now, again, I say it's done on actions. If I'm seeing posts that are saying negative things about Riley, that is actions to me. That is actions. The missing Elvis tapes, maybe Priscilla had them. She was upstairs at Graceland, and after his death, she did exert her authority. Lisa does say that it was swiped clean after his death. Sorry, Tracy, there was another one of your comments, wasn't there? I'm sorry, I was going to comment on it. Let me see if I can get it. Tracy, it's nice to see you. We haven't seen you for a while. Let's just see if I can find it. Sorry, the comments are shooting up fast. Oh, yes, right. You were talking about... yes. Now, Tracy, into your previous comment, I just want you to know, I do want Riley to step up and talk about these accusations with Michael Edwards. I really do. Yeah, I'm not happy that Riley has been skirting around these issues. I'm not happy that Riley isn't bringing up this disgusting treatment of Lisa. It does need to be brought up, and we will keep the pressure on to try and make Riley step up and bring up these accusations and get them dealt with on behalf of Lisa. Lisa wanted them dealt with. She put them in the book. She wanted Riley to put them in the book. It's obvious that Lisa wants it all exposed, these allegations against Michael Edwards and her own mother, really. Yeah. So, yes, we will keep the pressure on to make Riley step up and defend her mother. 100%, I am very disappointed with Riley for not defending her mother properly. But many of you are saying, let's give her a chance. Let's give her a chance. Right. Okay. Now, obviously, you've seen Cheryl's comments. I'm not attacking anybody. I am reacting to comments. So let's have a look. Okay. Okay, guys, let's just keep going. Now, look, I just want to say now, guys, that how can I say it? You know, I have a problem with the hate stuff that's happening towards Riley. I don't like it. I don't think it should be happening. Now, if I'm getting a feeling that there's people that have just got it in for Riley, want to create hate for Riley, want to encourage people to join in and dislike Riley and paint a horrible picture of Riley, I'm going to block them. I'm going to block them, guys. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I've tried to be fair. So that's my stance on it. Okay, guys? Well, Linda, you haven't read all the comments I've read. So I respect you, Linda. Thank you so much. But I'm not having Riley picked on. We are defending Elvis Presley, and fans want the truth, and we're going to do it properly. We are going to defend Elvis's bloodline, and it will include Riley, Finley, Harper. It will include them because they are Elvis's bloodline. They are Elvis's grandkids. And yes, we have strong opinions that we want Riley to stand up and defend her mother. Of course we do. Yeah, I really want Riley to bring up the Michael Edwards allegations. I really do. Yeah, but we're going to do it without bullying her and calling her names and creating hate and telling us that we're not Elvis fans unless we only support Elvis and Lisa. Is not going to do it. Cut it with me. I'm sorry. Really sorry. Yeah. So is it Vivek's off? Now remember, you got to have a pretty thick skin here, guys. It is sensitive and it is touchy what we're talking about. Yeah, I am very loyal to Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline, and I'm going to say it how I see it from my point of view. And it's going to get, some of you are going to be a bit irritated by what I say. Some of you are going to dislike me for what I say, but I won't just say what you guys want me to say just to keep people happy. No, I would rather lose subscribers and members than just say things to agree with you. I'm not going to do that. I will be true to myself and I will say how I feel. Whether you agree with me or not, it's your right to agree or disagree. Yeah? But I will never be this guy that just says, yes, 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 please subscribe, give me money, give me money. I'll never be that person. I will stand my ground. I will say how I feel. I'm just a fan at home. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But if you're going to get angry at me and dislike me, you're on the wrong channel. You're on the wrong channel because this is defending Elvis. It's Louis' channel, isn't it? Yeah. I have my version of things. Now, with Team Elvis, who I've spent 5 months with getting to know, we have quite a similar view on many things, don't we? Yeah. So sometimes I'm going to put your nose out a bit, aren't I? Yeah. So I've had disagreements with a few of you, haven't I? But we're still friends. We still get on well. We still meet every day, even though we agree to disagree. But if people are going to start, someone just said that I was attacking Rainbow. No, I was replying to her comments. Yeah, it's obvious that Cheryl and Rainbow have got it in for Riley. It's obvious. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not just going to go, well, okay, then that's all right. Nah. Right. Well, she has been there for 2 weeks, brown nose. Yes, Billy, let's have a look. I had a feeling that Riley included the abuse, knowing how it would reflect on Priscilla and the burial agreement. Smart chess move, Riley. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, the Elvis tapes, I would like to, if any of you have any information about the Elvis tapes, Elaine, please forward it to me. I'd love to look it up. But Deborah, I'd love to find them, to hear about them. Okay. Now, if I've upset anyone, I'm very sorry. I definitely don't mean to upset anyone. Linda, Linda Cudden, I'm very sorry if I've upset you. I don't mean to upset you. You know I love you. You're one of my favorite subscribers, members. Please don't take things the wrong way. So Joe says, not hating on Riley. I think she's great, but read the book, please, Louis. And she says that because of the grief she saw her mum go through when she was younger. So no, okay, Joe, I will. I'll read it. Thank you, Joe. Now, obviously, our opinions can evolve as we start reading the book and as I start learning more. I'm no expert. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it, Tracy? It sure would. Oh, Linda, thank you. I don't like, especially my subscribers that have been with us for a long time. I definitely do not want to upset you, Linda. I definitely do not. Yeah, please. So, right, okay, let's carry on playing the. We need to carry on playing it, don't we? Am I ever going to play it? Right.
Like soulmates.
Right, I'll let the dog out while he barks his head off.
Shouldn't have been married or something. I don't know. And they stayed together in the house. He was in her wedding. Like they were very close for a long time. And then he moved out. And then I don't know. He was everywhere all the time with us. And then when my brother passed, they moved in together. And they lived together until she died, platonically, as friends, and they'd fight all day. But it was very sweet. Like,
yeah, you feel it. I mean, you feel very much that was
something that was funny.
Was
like when I was listening to the tapes, like there were moments where she would be talking and doing the interviews, and she would go, "I don't know, let me ask Danny," and then she would wait, and then you'd hear Danny. She'd be like, "Danny." And then he would come out of the kitchen and be like, "What?" And then she would kind of like fact check things with him. And they would kind of argue over what happened, and so I got to hear all that on the tape, and it was very funny.
That's sweet, very sweet. This book is very much about grief and how you don't get over it. You have to move through it. I have a girlfriend of mine, her name is Keough. She is also a writer, and she writes about how we always want to just get over something. We want to get over it. How do we get over it? How do we get past it? And how you cannot get past it. You have to just move through it. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate and see you for opening up this stage in the middle of your own grief, losing your mother and your brother. I know that you are in the middle of your journey right now, and my heart is just with you.
Thank you. Nicole's crying. No. I'm supposed to be the one crying.
Yeah, it's supposed to be about you. Your mother, as you say, was incapable of hiding anything from you. So, you already answered this question. I was going to say, did you learn anything through her from the tapes?
No, I just was reminded how crazy she was. And in the best way, you know? She just had me laughing the whole time. I know that like a lot of the book is really sad, but she would tell it in a really funny way.
It is a comedic book.
Yeah. And I think that was like, I think what's gotten our family through everything is like we all have a good sense of humor, you know, all of us, which is uncommon, but we all do and did, you know. And so I remembered that, and I remembered that even in the saddest moments, like we all found something silly to laugh at, you know. And that was throughout the whole tape of her going through her life. You know, she had like a kind of dry sense of humor about most of it, and that was really my favorite part about listening to it, was reminding me of that.
Have you found, I know that your daughter is so young, but have you found that you are repeating anything in terms of the way she raised you with the way that you are raising your family?
Definitely. It just kind of comes out of, I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but like it just kind of comes out of my mouth. Like I don't even I don't even like think about it. It's just like the way that I talk to her is similar to the way she kind of talked to me. And I don't know if that's a Southern thing, if it's like it just comes out. Just comes out, yeah. But it's definitely there. And then sometimes I'll hear her in my head being like, Riley, clean, wipe her face, and stuff like that. It'll just come into my mind. So it's really sweet because I do hear her voice a lot when I'm parenting, and I'll kind of, there's been a couple times where Tupelo's been sick, and I'll kind of hear her being like, she's fine. This is normal. Fever's normal. Like I can hear her. It's really interesting. Yeah.
What were the hardest parts of the book to write, and what parts brought you the most joy?
I think the hardest parts were just because it was really hard to live through, and I just kind of, to be honest, I did it and then didn't want to reread it, So that was hard when you're writing a book because you have to go through it again, but I didn't really, like once I got it down on the page, I didn't really want to go through and keep reading it because it was like, not something I want to relive over and over again. And I think the most fun part would probably be the first few chapters. I personally loved, her and my dad meeting because I just love their relationship so much. And he was such an important, person in her whole story, and he was there from the beginning until her very last moment here. And so for me, that was such a powerful, love story, even though they weren't married, as friends, they were best friends. So kind of weaving that through line was probably what I found to be the most sacred, I think.
Were there any parts of the book that helped you get any sort of closure?
I don't know what closure is. I think it's kind of, I just live in the moment with all these things, and I think that I don't think I can have closure because it feels like, I don't know. I don't really understand closure, I get that. In this context anyway.
What do you hope readers walk away with and understand about your mom from reading this book?
I think that, our family, we're really normal, I keep saying that and people are like, ha ha. But I mean, within all the, whatever crazy stuff, we were just a regular family who had fights and went through a lot together, but there was such a deep, deep love that was so unique that I see now. I have, with my friends and their families and the relationship with their parents and their siblings, how unique and special our closeness was. And I hope that translates. And I also just, people keep saying to me, wow, your family is there's so much tragedy, and I'm kind of it's actually a very common story, a lot of this, how many people here have lost somebody that they love, it's not an uncommon experience. Everybody in here probably has, So I think it was really to connect, and the reason she wanted to write her book was to share her story and connect with people.
Right, I'm going to comment on that bit. The reason she wanted to write her story, is to connect with people and tell her story. I just been quickly chatting with Colin Paul. He's an entertainer, an Elvis entertainer. He's joined us many times. Hello, Colin. I've just been speaking to Colin. Now, I want to be straight with people. Colin thinks that there's a good chance that Riley did go out to get the chair for Priscilla. Definitely, because I'm never going to say that I know everything. Yeah. And Colin also feels, because of the picture, there's a picture going around that shows Riley and Priscilla together. Colin feels that that is proof that Riley knew that Priscilla was going to come into the interview. Yeah. So I still stand by what I say. We don't know, do we, guys? We're all, you know, there's 60 of us here watching. We're all going to have a different take on things. Even Elaine has sent me the picture as well. Thank you. At the moment, my view is that, of course, the picture was taken and they were together. Yeah, I don't know what time the picture was taken, if it was before, I don't know. It could have been. Now, do I think that Riley 100% knew that Priscilla was going to walk into that room and join in? At the moment, I don't think so. That's just my opinion. Me and Colin have a different view on it, yeah? But I could change my mind, because the more I watch it, the more we go through it now, I may change my mind. At the moment, I think it was a surprise interview. Now, we know that Priscilla was in Memphis at the Rotary. So, yes, it's obvious that Riley knew that Priscilla was at Graceland. I think that's pretty obvious, especially because of the picture. I just have a feeling that Riley did not know she was going to walk into that room during that, you know, in front of the audience. I think she was surprised. She looked surprised. I agree, there's a chance. She's quite respectful. She may have gone off to get a chair, or she may not have done. We don't know. My view is that Elvis's granddaughter at Graceland isn't going to be carrying chairs around. That's just my view. But I will say this. There is a possibility that she may not have known Priscilla was going to come into that interview. There is a possibility. But there's, as Colin says, my friend Colin, check him out, by the way. He's on YouTube and on Facebook. He's an amazing entertainer, and he has many interviews with amazing people like Mindy Miller, Todd Slaughter. This guy is a proper, he's really in the Elvis world in a completely different way than me. I am just a fan at home with opinions. Yeah, this guy goes around the world, yeah, with top Elvis people, Mindy Miller being one of them, and others. Yeah, but my point is, at the moment, I feel that it was a surprise that when Priscilla walked into that room. I also think because she was surprised, she quickly went to walk off to say something to someone. It could have been, get a chair. It could have been, what do I do now? It could have been her saying, this is a bit of a surprise, and then walking back on stage to face the interview. So I put it out there, guys. It was all planned, or it wasn't. Yeah, I'll be fair. And my mind is changeable. My mind is changeable. At the moment, I think it was a surprise. The more I learn about it, I may change my mind and go, do you know what? It wasn't a surprise. So I am plastic, yeah? I'm very movable with it. So anyway, let's carry on playing.
This is my loss and my addiction, and be open about that so that people didn't feel so alone in the world, you know?
That is, I will tell you, as someone who read the book, that is exactly what I walk away with. There is so much sadness in the book, but it also is, it's a family story, and it's really beautiful, and you are laughing and crying, and also just like watching a sitcom, just a good old fashioned family sitcom at the same time. And it's a very warm book, you know, and I already told you this. I think my biggest takeaway is just the level of understanding, forgiveness, empathy you have for your parents. It's not something that everyone has with their parents. I know I don't.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
think we need another chair because we have a surprise. Do we have another chair?
Come on, guys. They look surprised. Come on, surely you see they look surprised.
Oh, well, she needs no introduction. Wow.
Was mine bigger than
Welcome
yours?
to Graceland.
Okay. So I have to comment on that bit. Now, you know, yeah, I can see that the way that Riley walks off it's not a big deal, is it? She only walks one way and back for a few seconds. We'll never really know why. Yeah. I will say this. They do look surprised. Now, do any of you think they don't look surprised? Honestly, please. They look surprised. They're like, they're all doing that. Now, can I rewind this without ruining it? Right, I'll play it one more time. Now, I accept I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So, I know Amy Collett was there as well. She was definitely surprised. Now, one thing I have heard is that they weren't staying together. They were in different hotels. Someone has told me that. I think it was Amy, yeah? A couple of you were there. A couple of our subscribers were there. Now, I want to show it again. Please, let's look closely. I know it's crap quality. Please just have a look. See if you think they look surprised. If I'm wrong, guys. Now, let me go back a bit further. Right, here we go. Now, one thing that does always surprise me is that they always cheer and clap Priscilla as if she is Elvis, which just doesn't make any sense. Right.
Another chair because we have a surprise.
A bit further back. Let's go further back.
Understanding, forgiveness, empathy you have.
Let's have a
for
good
your
close look,
parents.
guys.
It's not something that everyone has with their parents. I know I don't.
Do you want to talk about it? No, I'm good, thank you. Okay, I do. No. Speaking of family, yeah, I think we need another chair because we have a surprise. Do we have another chair? Oh, well, she needs no introduction. Wow.
Was mine bigger than
Welcome
yours?
to Graceland.
So, you know, the whole welcome to Graceland was mine bigger than yours. I don't know. I know Elaine says it was all in the script. Well, we'll never know, will we, guys? But very interesting. Right, let's just carry on. We need to get through it now, don't we? Because we've been on for quite a long time. Right. Let's press play.
I was going to introduce you. I was waiting for the chair to come out, but you need no introduction. Everyone is so excited that you're here, and it's an honor for me to be able to
feels great. It feels great being here with her. I mean, we have so many memories, but you know, just who she is today and how she just is her own person. And I'm very proud of her, and I love our time together, and to be here especially. So I'm a very proud grandmother.
I would love to know about your first time coming to Graceland and what that experience was like.
Oh my goodness. I was only 17 when I first saw Graceland. That was something Elvis always wanted me to see when I was with him, and well, we were together in Germany, and that's all he talked about was Graceland. And he had just bought the home just like a year or so before. He had gone into Germany, and he couldn't wait to get back, and he wanted me to see it. It was the biggest, at that time, it was the biggest house ever. You know, now we talk about how big Graceland is. At that time, it was a big estate. So I came in just before it got dark, and we went through the gates, and I looked at the house and all the property, and I went, wow, I could never imagine how beautiful it was in my head, because I had nothing to compare it to. And I walked around when I got out of the car, and I just looked, and I said, now I see why he loved it so much. And he said he would never sell it. So it was really a beautiful sight.
Speaking of stories, I would also love to hear some stories about Lisa Marie as a teenager, because she talks in depth about how wild she was. And I'm a mother of 2 teenagers, and my heart goes out to you. So I would love to hear some stories.
Say no more. That your heart went out to me. That says it all. Oh my gosh, Lisa. She was her own person, that's for sure. And she was a little spitfire. She was. We had such a great time growing up, and actually, it was just her and I. Obviously, Elvis had passed, and I tried very much to keep her busy. I took her to Europe, and I took her actually out of school because the kids at school were asking questions, and I asked the teachers to please put any paper away that it comes out about Elvis passing, and stories about us, and just to keep her out of the limelight of all what was going on. This is when Elvis passed. So it was good for her to get away, to go into different countries, and we went everywhere. We went to every toy store, especially, and I got her all the toys and 2 suitcases coming back. But it was just anything that could keep her mind off of losing her father. And we were there for a good almost 2 weeks, and it was helpful. I just wanted all the paper. I made sure that when we were out, that when the papers would come out, and it was right in front of us, that they would take it away. The same thing here in the States. So she didn't see any of that. But
let me just pause that. In a minute, Riley jumps in and says that she wanted I think she says something like she wanted to know more about Lisa if she truanted from school. Is that right? I think. Yeah, so Tracy, I have watched that 3 times, but yeah, I've forgotten bits of it. I do tend to watch things through before I do it with you guys, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want it to be fresh. I want to get a fresh reaction from me and a fresh reaction from you guys. So sometimes I actually prefer it when I've never watched it. So I think Priscilla very quickly takes over. Like I think Nicole asked the question about having a teenage daughter, what's it like, all that stuff. And I think Priscilla grabs that opportunity to suddenly make it all about her life with Lisa as a teenager, growing up with Lisa, you know, being a mother of Lisa. And I think this is when this part of the interview is when she is trying to get fans around the world back on side. Now, she knows that that interview is going to go around the world. Yeah. Obviously, you've got the people in the audience, but no, millions of people are going to watch this. Yeah. So this is the beginning of her trying to, it's damage limitation. Now, do any of you agree with this? This now is damage limitation. This is like, right, I'm on stage with Riley, so we must be getting on well. We must have a good relationship. The public are obviously wrong because look, we're sat together at Graceland. Obviously, a big thing for her is, look, I'm back at Graceland. Yeah. So then, oh, because I'm talking with Riley about family and stuff, there's no rift between me and Riley. The things in the book may be wrong. Now, she knows that there has been headline news about the Michael Edwards abuse. She also knows fans are very concerned that Priscilla is the mother. And when Lisa was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, those years, the years of alleged abuse from Michael Edwards, she was the mother. She was in charge. The responsibility was down to Priscilla to make sure that her daughter, Lisa, who was just a child, was kept safe and protected. Now, the fact that Elvis Presley's only daughter that Priscilla was in charge of has had alleged sexual abuse from Michael Edwards. Now, somehow, Priscilla's going to understand that millions around the world, including non-fans, are going to be looking to Priscilla to say, what the hell happened? Your daughter was being abused whilst you were the mother living with her. They've also got opinions about the fact that Priscilla would go off and pursue her career, yeah, whether it be fragrances or acting or whatever she was doing, modeling, and she would leave Lisa with Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards was like her dad, but there are alleged sexual allegations against him, abuse, yeah. So she knows that this book, in the beginning part of this book, I know that it's going to change as we go into this book. She knows that the public are like, what the hell happened when you were on the watch, when you were in charge of your daughter with your boyfriend? The boyfriend that she was with for I think 7 years, who has half admitted his abuse in his own book, and Lisa Marie has said it in other interviews, the one with Howard Stern, for example, but not just that. Lisa Marie's own tapes say it. Riley Keough has the tapes where Lisa Marie talks about the abuse. Yeah, it's obvious Lisa Marie wanted it out there. It's obvious, otherwise she would never have made the tapes. Riley knows, and Riley allowed this book when it was made, because obviously Riley made this book, yeah? She kept it in there. So Riley also wants the world to know about the alleged sexual abuse during the time when Michael was with Priscilla. You get me, guys? So the point of my little lecture is Priscilla is trying to make things right in this little 15-minute slot. She's trying to win everyone over. Oh, Lisa was naughty. I couldn't control her. She had loads of boys. She's painting a picture of a very difficult childhood. She's also playing the picture of a victim. Oh, poor me, poor me. Lisa was difficult. Look what I went through. Oh my God, I managed to get through it. Come on, guys. Anybody that has a teenage child has a difficult time. Anybody. It doesn't mean they get abused by the boyfriend. Yeah? So what if Lisa was difficult? So what if she dabbled with drugs or alcohol? Why was she abused? Allegedly. For entertainment purposes, our opinions. Why was she abused? Just what? Is it because she was naughty? Because she was a teenager? Is it because she drank alcohol or took drugs? No, not everyone that drinks alcohol and takes drugs gets abused for years. Not everybody that is naughty and rebellious gets abused by their mother's boyfriend. Come on. So she's trying damage limitation here. Now, everything I say is opinions for entertainment purposes. Let's keep going.
I think she wants to know when she got grounded.
Oh. Want to know all the dirt?
We're really going to go there. Well, there's quite a few times she got grounded. That's all about boys. She'd sneak out, say she was going, with a girlfriend. I followed her one day when I was a bit suspicious, and I had my sister come with me. We followed the car, and of course found out where she was going. I did get out of the car. I don't know if she ever told you this.
Not yet.
Put her in my car, and we went home, and I told her, that I was very disappointed in her, that she lied, and that I didn't like the guy she was going with. And she goes, why? I go, well, because I don't think he's good for you. I think that he's a bit old for you. And so she said, well, what about my father? With me. I didn't say anything else after that.
That's a good one.
What ways do you think that you and Lisa Marie were different? And what ways do you think that you were very much alike?
Oh boy, that's a good question. We were different. I mean, Lisa was curious, very curious about different things, and she wanted to experience different things. And some things, I was concerned about. I was mostly concerned about her hanging out with the wrong people. She seemed to like that the feeling of not being normal. She wanted to be different, and she didn't want me to tell her. She was difficult as far as getting her to understand why I didn't want her to do certain things. She wanted to experience things herself. So I think that, and we would have little rounds of disagreements, and she just wanted, just like I said, to experience stuff. And I think for a mom, that's hard to let go of. I mean, she did experience with drugs. She did. And that was difficult. But we got through it. She had a good head on her shoulder. Lisa was not stupid. She was very smart. She wasn't, at school, she could care less about school. But
let me just pause it a minute. Now, someone's just said something, and it's made me realize something, guys. It was Linda. So Linda says that she had to do her best. Let me just read Linda's comment. Thank you, Linda. You've made me realize something. Linda says that Lisa Marie was trying to get through life as best she could. Okay. And then then she says Lisa was using drugs and alcohol to get through. Right. Well, that is a very good comment, Linda, because you've just made me realize something. Now you put yourself in that scenario. Yeah. You've got Linda. Sorry, not Linda. You've got Priscilla with her very busy life, busy career, acting, promotion, fragrances, whatever she was doing many, many different things, wasn't she? Yeah. Even I watched an interview. She even did a bed linen line. Yeah. But many other things. Anyway. So Priscilla is going off regularly, traveling, working, many times leaving Lisa with Michael Edwards. Now, Priscilla now has just mentioned that Lisa had a drug problem and an alcohol problem, yeah? Now, why does she do that? She's trying to paint the picture of this rebellious child, teenager, yeah? We don't know when. I've read that there was a chance that she was drinking alcohol and taking drugs at 11. Is that true, guys? Now, how about this? I put this to you, guys. Is it possible that the reason she started taking drugs and alcohol was because of Michael Edwards? Now, they say that even Priscilla was drinking and taking drugs as well, cocaine. Is it true? Now, this is a speculation. Now, is there a possibility that it's because of Priscilla and Michael Edwards that she was introduced to alcohol and drugs so young? I asked you that. I also asked you this. Once the alleged abuse started, was the alcohol and the drugs a way of her trying to forget about it? Did she start taking the drugs and the alcohol because of the abuse, because of the alleged abuse? Once her mother's boyfriend, and I hear he was also aggressive and violent, once the mother's boyfriend allegedly was touching her up, did that then make her want to take drugs? Did it make her want to drink alcohol? I'm asking you this, guys. How many of you guys here think that Michael Edwards' alleged abuse caused her to take drugs, to drink alcohol, and to rebel? I put that to you guys while I carry on playing the video. We have to think outside the box, don't we, guys?
And her thinking and her thoughts of what she wanted out of life and how she wanted to live it. And I did worry about her, where it was going. But then as she got older, 17, 18, of course she met Danny. And that's your dad, you know. I didn't know that. It's a lot of Dannys. Boy, she fell in love with him. And he was such a great dad, a really great dad, a great couple. Lisa started getting into taking drugs, and at that time things got bad, and she met the you-know-who, Michael Jackson. I wasn't happy about that either. She said, "Mom."
Right, I quickly, obviously she's going to go talk about Michael Jackson now, which is fine, it's interesting. But look, here's another example, right? Priscilla, they're having the second divorce settlement, which was very serious. The lawyers, the second divorce settlement that Priscilla was not entitled to, she had to accuse Elvis of fraud and lying and hiding his assets and hiding his income before a judge would allow a second divorce settlement, because in the first divorce settlement, she signed a contract promising never to go back for more money. Okay? So eventually she breaks that agreement, double crosses Elvis, and in my opinion, and goes back for a second divorce settlement. The judge allows her to, because she has portrayed Elvis as a con man, which disgusts me, by the way. So the second divorce settlement is opened up. She's now demanding a massive amount of money, a massive, millions. And she wants a percentage of his copyrights, and she wants much bigger spousal payments, maternity payments. Now, Elvis cannot afford to pay Priscilla any of the second divorce settlement money. So they create the deed of trust, the lien, the charge placed on Graceland in Priscilla's name. Yeah, this deed, this charge, this lien placed on the building, Elvis's home. And the reason they created the deed of trust to place the lien on Graceland, because Elvis had no money. But remember, guys, the reason Elvis couldn't afford to pay Priscilla, because Priscilla had already had his money. Priscilla had already had Elvis's money. So she had Elvis over a barrel. She had already squandered a fortune of Elvis's money. So Yes, Elvis couldn't afford to pay Priscilla for the second divorce settlement, but it was Priscilla's fault because she had had all his money. Now, the reason I bring up that example, and it was just an opinion for entertainment purposes, she's doing the same now with Lisa, with the drugs and alcohol. She's there portraying her daughter as a rebellious child that ran after boys, which is typical of a teenager, that she was involved in alcohol and drugs. But how do we not know that the reason Lisa Marie was involved in drugs and alcohol and was rebellious was because of the alleged abuse from Michael Edwards? The fact that Priscilla's own boyfriend that she'd been with for 7 years, that was like a father to Lisa, was abusing her. Lisa Marie would have known day to day her life was this. I live with my mother and Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards secretly, allegedly, yeah, this is allegations, not proven. It's an opinion for entertainment purposes. That is Lisa's life. She goes home when mum's not looking or when mum's asleep. Allegedly, Michael Edwards is abusing her. Yeah? Of course, no wonder she turned to drugs and alcohol and she became a rebellious teenager, because Priscilla's boyfriend was abusing her secretly when Priscilla was away working, pursuing her career, or when Priscilla was asleep. And Priscilla and Michael Edwards allegedly were both taking cocaine and had a drink problem and were constantly partying. So there's your answer why Lisa Marie had become a rebellious child, chasing after boys, taking drugs, drinking too much alcohol. I rest my case. For opinion, this is an opinion for entertainment purposes only, but you think about it. So Elvis was forced. Sorry, I just pressed something. So Elvis was forced to have no money by Priscilla and couldn't afford the second divorce settlement. And you jump forward after Elvis is dead and Priscilla is with Michael Edwards, and now Lisa Marie is forced to take drugs, alcohol, and party and be rebellious because her mother, Priscilla, and her sort of stepdad have a coke problem, cocaine, a drink problem, and they're partying too much, and mum is going away too much because she's pursuing her own career because Priscilla is putting herself first, and the end result is you have got a child that is neglected. Yeah, now remember, there's a lot of money floating around. A neglected child that's being abused by her mother's boyfriend, allegedly, who's now developed a problem with drugs, alcohol, and boys. Yeah? Come on, guys. It's all alleged. It's all for speculation. It's all opinions. It's all for entertainment. But come on. Put yourself in Lisa Marie's shoes. Put yourself in her shoes. The hell she was going through those years, age 10 to 17. Yeah? Your mum's bloke. He's a bit of a weirdo. Yeah, he's up to no good. No wonder she took drugs and alcohol. No wonder she never wanted to be home. She would disappear, wouldn't she? No wonder. Because as soon as she returned home, you got the pervy boyfriend. We've all read the disgusting allegations that are in this book, haven't we? We've read them. They're disgusting. Quite upsetting, guys. Quite upsetting. So then when I get people coming on our live streams, yeah, attacking Riley, nah, I ain't having it.
And I go, okay. But I said, she goes, what's wrong with you? Why don't you like him? And I said, I just don't like him. She said, well, why? And I go, I don't know. And all of a sudden you two meet, and then you tell me that he wants to get married. And I know he was a big Elvis fan. I knew why he wanted to marry her. Did I ever tell you this? No. Okay. But I did know, and that was the And she would call me up and say, you know, Michael hasn't been home for 4 days. I don't know where he is. So I said, well, didn't he call you, or didn't he tell you when he left where he was going? Did you hear this one?
You know. Are you bragging?
No. I just don't want to. I know all the stories. I don't want to say. Did you like Michael?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Did
I
you?
was 6.
Oh, you were 6?
I had a great time.
I bet. So, yeah, I was not happy about it. I knew that it wouldn't last. And she said, we were walking in Hawaii on the beach. Walking on Hawaii. We were walking in Hawaii on the beach. And so we're talking. And she was saying, so what do you think? We're getting married, Michael and I. And I said, you're what? And she said, we're getting married. And I said, Lisa, you need more time with him. You haven't had enough time. You rarely see him as it is. So she goes, no, Mom, we're in love. I want to marry him. Well, obviously they did. Sure enough, when they got married, she hardly saw him. She'd call me up and say, Mom, I have no idea where Michael is. I can't reach him. He won't answer the phone. This is true. Did she tell you that?
We're all learning a lot together.
So anyway, Lisa did find out, the fact that she couldn't find him, the fact that, he was a lot different than, who she expected him to be, and called me up one day and said, Mom, you were right. I really want to get a divorce. And so I didn't want to rub it in. So I said, well, okay, do what you need to do. Yes. So that was number 2 we got rid of. So.
What other boyfriends do you not like?
Well, we won't go there.
What were your favorite memories of Lisa here in Memphis?
Oh my gosh, she loved coming here because I wasn't here. She wanted to come to Graceland, so there's times I couldn't make it. But she didn't go to bed until like 3 o'clock or 4.
We've got about 9 minutes left, which is we're getting to it, aren't we, guys? I just want to say something. Now, how many times really has Priscilla had the opportunity to talk to the public? Because this isn't just the audience there. This is us around the world. She has these few opportunities to show her grief, to cry for her daughter, Lisa Marie, to cry for Benjamin, her grandson, to just have the right body language, the right aura that shows that she is gutted and really misses Elisa and can't bear life without her. Yeah, remember, this is her daughter that died. Was it January 2023? You guys tell me the exact date. Now, this is the mother of Lisa Marie. She sat in front of these people, and all they can do is have a giggle and a laugh. That's basically what Priscilla is doing. This is her opportunity to show some grief, to cry for her daughter. Where is it, guys? Is there any hint from this of a mother grieving her daughter? Nothing. You'd think at some moment that she would get tearful or upset. Nothing. She spends the whole time trying to show that Lisa was a bad teenager that took drugs, that drank alcohol, that chased after boys. Everything was Lisa's fault and she had to get through it. She was a victim. Priscilla is playing the victim. And now she's going to go on a tangent and talk about Michael Jackson.
In the morning, Delta, Elvis's aunt who lived at Graceland, her husband had died, so Elvis offered her to stay at Graceland. And she had, Lisa basically could do anything that she wanted. She didn't want to brush her teeth. She didn't brush her teeth. She didn't want to eat. She didn't have to eat. she wanted to eat something else, they'd go buy it. I mean, she ran Graceland. I would call her and say, you know, I would call Graceland and ask Delta, her aunt, you know, so what's going on? Is Lisa in bed? Now I'm in California, and she said, well, she was supposed to go to bed. I go, but is she in bed? She goes, well, you know, she's Lisa. So I said, Delta, she has to go to bed at 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock is way too late. She goes, well, damn, hell, she's not going to listen to me. You know that. I couldn't win for losing.
So she wrote the song Raven about you. She wrote the song Raven about you, which she talks about in the book. What does that song mean to you?
It means a lot. It really means a lot. When she had me listen to the song, it was very difficult because, it was such a beautiful song. And we've had our little ups and downs, and we always, work it out. But that song, touched me. Truly, it touched me. And it was her way of showing the love that she had for me. I want you all to go home and listen to that song.
Well. And this book touches so much on family and family dynamics and the seasons that we all go through, the ups, the downs. And I just want to ask you if we could have a check-in moment right now. Where are you right now?
I'm here in the stage.
Hell yeah.
Comedian over here.
How are you and Riley, and how are you with your family, and how is your relationship with your family?
Riley and I never had all the papers that you have read that we're battling it out. We can't stand each other, blah, blah, blah. Have you read those? I have. Okay.
It's pretty hard to avoid.
What?
It was pretty hard to avoid.
I know. And, I walk and see the cover of these papers saying that how you and I are arguing over will, you and I are this, we don't get along. And that is not true. And I tell you, all those rag magazines, they're making money off of these lies. And Riley and I have always been very close. I think, haven't we? Yes, we have, always. Thank you.
I want to thank you so much for coming out here and doing this. It's such an honor.
Fun. I didn't want to go.
She wants to stay. Okay. Well, there are some questions from the audience that I think if we have time, I would love to read them out. Okay. This is for Riley. If you could spend one day with your grandfather Elvis, what would you want to talk to him about? And what do you want him to know about you?
Oh. One whole day?
One day.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think I would just want to spend time with him because I only know him through my family. And get to see if he fit the image I had of him in my head through her and my mom. I don't know. I don't know what I would ask.
What would you want him? How would you want him to spend the day with his family? What would you want him to see?
Oh my gosh, first of all, how close we are. And of course, the children, her little Tupelo and my son and just the family. I think he'd be very, very pleased that we all get along.
She's really hitting it home.
So I find this section, let me just go back a bit. I'm just making a quick coffee because this has gone on longer than I expected. I hope you don't mind, guys. There's 62 of you watching. Please subscribe, please like. Now, if you're new to the channel, please join in. You're very welcome. We love new people to join in with us at Team Elvis, yeah? So thank you so much for tuning into our kitchen. We do this together every day. We do 2 live streams a day, more or less, sometimes 3. We have a nice cup of tea and coffee together, and we just defend Elvis Presley and his bloodline. Now, I want you to just watch this bit, guys. I think this bit's quite important because Priscilla takes this as an opportunity to say, oh, we're so close, we get on so well, you know, I'd love Elvis to see how close we all are. You know, I'm so close to Riley. Yeah. It's obvious that it's on Priscilla's agenda that she wants the world to think that Priscilla and Riley get on very well. Yeah. That they're like that, thick as thieves. I'm not convinced, guys. Now watch. Oh, Renee, thank you. Renee, you're too nice. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to play Renee's video. Actually, Renee, you just reminded me. I'll quickly play Renee's short. Renee, thanks for buying me a coffee. Renee's just sent me a super thank you. Thank you so much. I love it when you guys show appreciation and show me you like what I'm doing. It does mean a lot to me. I'm a big kid like that. Right, Renee, I'm going to quickly play your video. Let's just see if it comes up. Right, Renee, just done a little short here. I hope it's going to work. Oh, let's get the volume on.
Presley, not true.
Right, we need to get the volume on.
True. It raises serious questions about Priscilla's credibility. How reliable are her book, Elvis and Me, and the new Priscilla movie? I always had my doubts about Priscilla, and I believe Lisa Marie, but I have to be cautious because these are still allegations. But as a parent, you always want to protect your child. When your child comes to you with such allegations, alarm bells should go off, but that doesn't seem to have happened here. If all of this is true, it changes how we view Priscilla's stories about Elvis. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
I want to play that again, guys. Let's just see if it keeps playing.
If the allegations made by Lisa Marie Presley are true, it raises serious questions about Priscilla's credibility. How reliable are her book, Elvis and Me, and the new Priscilla movie? I always had my doubts about Priscilla, and I believe Lisa Marie, but I have to be cautious because these are still allegations. But as a parent, you always want to protect your child. When your child comes to you with such allegations, alarm bells should go off, but that doesn't seem to have happened here. If all of this is true, it changes how we view Priscilla's stories about Elvis. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Guys, that is Renee at Hidden Minds. I'll just type in his name. Please jump over and subscribe to it. His channel is brilliant, and he's going to start doing some lives as well. So let's support Renee when he does live streams. Let's join him and let's build up the community there so we can get some great chats going on his live streams. Now, remember why I like Renee, Hidden Minds? When I first started doing Defending Elvis Presley, he was one of few channels that defended Elvis. Now, Renee makes brilliant YouTube videos, and I'm sure Renee will get himself on TikTok, Instagram as well, and Facebook. But there wasn't that many people defending Elvis Presley. When I first started doing Defending Elvis Presley, there was only a few that I found. There was Shauna at Tenderly Loving Elvis. There was Rhonda at Presley Mania, who both great channels, by the way. Please subscribe to them. But there was also Renee. And Renee did one of the few videos I'd seen defending Elvis Presley against the how can I say it? Elvis was being called a drug addict constantly and has been for 40 odd years. Renee comes up with a brilliant video that describes his chronic medical sickness, and explains why he was taking so much medication, that he was not an addict in the sense of the word that people generally think. He wasn't a street addict. He wasn't. He was a chronically sick, ill man that was desperate for help, and he turned to the pills and the doctors and the nurses for help. And Renee was one of the few videos that showed me that. Now that got my attention, and that is why I highly recommended Renee at Hidden Minds, guys. So when I give people credit, there's a good reason for it. I don't just do it for the sake of it. I don't do it to get subscribers and likes. I do it because they're good. They're good. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the this video. Now look, Priscilla uses this as an opportunity. You'll see what she says, but the reaction from Riley. So Priscilla is like, "Oh yes, I'm really close. I'm really close to Riley." But the reaction is a bit hesitant. Watch it, guys.
Close we are, and of course.
Let me just go back a bit. Now remember, I'll quickly say, guys, I think Priscilla has taken every opportunity in this short little period of time, 15 minutes, to change the world's perception of her, to try and change the damage that this book has done to Priscilla. Damage limitation. That's what is happening here with Priscilla. And Riley is being duped into allowing it, in my opinion.
I think I would just want to spend time with him because I only know him through my family. And get to, I see if he fit the image I had of him in my head through her and my mom. I don't know what I would ask.
What would you want him? How would you want him to spend the day with his family? What would you want him to see?
Oh my gosh, first of all, how close we are. And of course, my children, her little Tupelo and my son and just the family. I think he'd be very, very pleased that we all get along.
She's really hitting it home. We're all together.
Penny and Carter ask, what was the defining reason that Julia Roberts was chosen to narrate From Here to the Great Unknown?
I think I was given a list of actors who could read my mom's voice, and I think it was her voice from my memory just felt really honest. And my mom was just so honest, and it wasn't, I don't know, there was just kind of like a strength to Julia that I felt that was right, I think. And she said she would do it. So
okay, well, that's a plus, yeah. Deneen asks, what music did your mom most enjoy other than Elvis?
Oh my gosh, everything. Like, she loved disco. She
what?
Disco?
Disco?
Like to dance, like at night. Like she liked disco. We've got one disco fan here. She loved so many things. When she was a teenager, she loved Pink Floyd. She loved she loved being she loved metal, hair metal, like when she was a teenager. But she loved
she loves scary movies too.
She used to watch horror movies.
Yeah, horror movies. All that killing.
Yeah, she really enjoyed forcing us to watch scary movies. Music, like everything. She loved, currently before she passed, she loved Lady Gaga and Adele. She loved. What else? Huh? Guns N' Roses, of course.
That's true.
Guns N' Roses.
Her mother.
Aretha Franklin. You guys know. What? Elton John. Yes, she loved Elton John. She loves 70s music.
She was a big Elton John fan, and I got in contact with his manager for her to meet Elton. Did she ever tell you this?
What's in her book?
Oh, so read her book.
Here it is.
So we are, on that
note. It is actually time to wrap this up, but I just want to give Priscilla we can stay. I can sing, I can dance. I'm down. I'm very down to stay here. I just want to ask you before we exit this stage, is there anything while we are sitting here talking about Lisa Marie, is there anything that you want the audience or anyone reading the book to really know about her?
Yes, Lisa could be tough at times, and she would show her strength, but she was so giving, so caring, loved people, and she was always trying to find herself and what she could do to help. She was always in her heart thinking, who she is. Yes, she sang and had albums and all, but was there something else for her to do? Is there a plan for her? And she would talk to me about it, and she'd say, Mom, I have all this fame, but I don't feel like I'm using it how I should use. And I said, well, you can do anything you want. And she goes, but I don't know what I want. I just want to reach out to people. And that was how she had a big heart, right? She had a really big heart. And if anyone was in trouble, she's the first one to be there. She was a very loving person. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you both. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. So I let that play out, but guys, even in those last few words from Priscilla, where's the grief, guys? Where's the grief? If it was me and I was saying a few last words on behalf of my daughter that had died in 2023, I'd probably start crying. I probably wouldn't be able to bring myself to say how I feel. It would be too upsetting for me. I probably couldn't even get 5 words out. It's just how I am. So I don't relate to that. But one thing she did say was that Lisa Marie wanted to reach out. She wanted to reach out, didn't she? She goes, oh, my daughter, she always wanted to reach out to the people, to the fans, yeah? And I'll tell you now, guys, she really did reach out, didn't she? Lisa Marie really did reach out. She spent probably years creating these tapes. She put down the most uncomfortable details you could even imagine on tape for her daughter Riley to create this book, From Here to the Great Unknown. She actually asked Riley to help her finish this book, not knowing that she was going to have a sudden death. Now, the details that she put in this book, the alleged details of sexual abuse from Michael Edwards, whilst living with her mother's boyfriend, Michael Edwards, and the disgusting things that he had allegedly done to her, she really did reach out, didn't she? She put it on tape. She put it on tape, and she does expect Riley, in my opinion, her daughter, to defend her, to stand up for her, to get justice, to seek justice for Lisa Marie, for the alleged sexual abuse by her mother's boyfriend that went on for years when she was a child. The mother and stepfather that were snorting coke, getting drunk and leaving her alone for long periods of time when she was 11, 12, 13 and 14. Yeah? So Lisa Marie really did reach out. She put it on tape. It's so obvious that this was all put on tape because she wanted it exposed, what had happened to her. The fact she was abused, neglected, shipped off to Scientology, shipped off to summer school. Her own parent, obsessed with partying and her own career and coke, and alcohol and men, different men, many different men. This is the life that Lisa Marie lived as a 10-year-old girl up until 16 or 17. So she's put it on tape. So that we're not going to allow Riley to sweep this under the rug and not speak about it. We're not going to allow Riley to just go on these interviews around the world and cover it up, sweep it under the rug, act like it never happened. We're not going to allow it. Now, we are not going to be hateful to Riley. Riley is Elvis's granddaughter. So we're going to do it in a respectful way. So we're not going to create hate against Riley. We do, as fans of Elvis, expect Riley to step up and make sure that the authorities and the police follow through these accusations, these alleged accusations of child abuse against Lisa Marie Presley. Yeah, we want it followed through. We do want the interviewers on these news and media programs to bring these topics up and face and address them. We are expecting this of Riley. Now, as you say, guys, give her a chance. Give her a chance. Give Riley a chance to do the right thing, to defend her mother. Yeah? It's a difficult one, isn't it, guys? Yeah, it's very difficult for Riley how to go about it. At the moment, Riley feels that just going around the world doing very sweet, cute interviews with all these different, very well-known TV shows, Riley at the moment feels that that's good enough for now, but it ain't good enough. We, the fans around the world, and I think the public around the world, want to see that the alleged abuse from Michael Edwards, who's still alive, is dealt with by the authorities properly so that he is punished for what he did to that small child, 11 years old, 12 years old. We want it punished. We want the alleged abuse dealt with, faced up to, not swept under the carpet. So Riley, I say to you now, please do the right thing for your mother, as any other person would. If my mother was abused and I found out about it and she left it in tapes, her own voice saying I was abused, I would want justice for my mother. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't any of you guys out there, if any of your parents, brother, sister were abused and they died and they left it on a tape, oh, by the way, I was abused, sexually abused, wouldn't you want justice for them? Wouldn't you want to expose it? Wouldn't you want the police, the authorities to investigate, to defend your parents or your brother or your sister or your cousin? Wouldn't you? Of course you would. Of course you would. So we are always going to keep the pressure on Riley to do the right thing and face these accusations and defend her mother. Yes? Are we agreed, guys? I'll let you reply. How many of you guys think that Michael Edwards should be investigated by the police? How many of you guys? Please tell me. There's 75 of you watching right now. 75 people around the world, in every country in the world. How many of you think that this needs to be dealt with? That Riley needs to step up and get the authorities to look into these indecent assault accusations, these alleged indecent assault accusations? So Terelia, hi Terelia, as a survivor of childhood sexual abuse, this needs to be dealt with. The tapes are her mum's voice and evidence. Thank you. Welcome to Team Elvis. Welcome to our channel. Thank you so much. Hidden Minds, Renee, I agree that these accusations also include Priscilla, because Priscilla, as her mother, was the carer. Priscilla, it says in the book that Priscilla knew these things were going on. So thank you, Renee. Yes, Priscilla needs to be held accountable and responsible that she was looking after Lisa Marie as a 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old girl. And when Lisa Marie tried to tell Priscilla. Priscilla fobbed her off and said, stop being naughty. That's why he spanked you. When the truth is, he was sexually spanking her, allegedly. All of this is allegedly for entertainment purposes and just opinions. Thank you, Renee. Finola, yes, investigate him. Carolyn, 100%, yes, investigate him. So we've got El Regina, yes. We've got Ozark, yeah. Teresa, all of you, 100%, all of you guys want Michael Edwards to be investigated and prosecuted by the authorities. Right, Lorna, my dad was my everything. He was my king. I worshipped the ground he walked on. I'll never get over his dear. Thank you, Lorna. But so I'm reading I'm missing a few of your comments, but I can see this is quite upsetting for many of you, isn't it? Brings back some bad memories. It touches a nerve, doesn't it? It touches a nerve. It brings us to tears. It's very emotional. Now, together, Team Elvis, Elvis fans, even if you're non-Elvis fans, even if you're Priscilla fans, all of you can understand that this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, has exposed some very, very serious wrongdoing. Very serious. On Priscilla Presley's part and Michael Edwards. It's all alleged. But we are disgusted and angry and upset with it. We all love and adore Lisa Marie, Elvis's only daughter, Elvis's only child. Now, I believe that Elvis would look to Riley to defend Lisa. I really do believe that. And yes, it's going to be tough for Riley. It's going to be awkward. There's potential lawsuits. She's in a very difficult position, but I don't care. Riley, you are going to have to face this. We're not going to cover this in ice cream. We're not going to sugarcoat this. We're going to face it and deal with it. Because I tell you now, the fans are hurting. The fans are hurting. Yeah? Now, unfortunately, this situation where Priscilla joined in this Graceland book signing event, it's a way of Priscilla with damage limitation. She's trying to win the fans back over. She's trying to give the impression that Lisa Marie is lying, that it's not true, that she was a druggie, an alkie, chasing after men. This is the impression that Priscilla is giving out through this, what we have just watched now. I personally think that Priscilla was not meant to be in that room. I do think she was at Graceland's, yes. I do think that for whatever reason, they can't stop Priscilla walking into Graceland's. There must be legal reasons. But I do also think that Priscilla was determined to be in that room and have her say, to try and undo some of the damage that this book has caused to her reputation and image. But tough, because we're here. We're here, and we're going to deal with it, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go. We've been here for 3 hours. It's our longest live stream we've ever had, and it's the most people watching at any time that we've ever had. If you've enjoyed what I've done, please send me a super thank you, buy us a coffee, anything that shows some appreciation for the time I'm putting into this. But guys, please subscribe, please like, it's very important. Thank you so much for the likes and subscriptions. Please become a member. It's only $1 a month. Now remember, guys, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We have an uphill battle here of trying to get justice for Lisa Marie, for what abuse that she went through, alleged abuse. And together as fans, as Team Elvis, the fans around the world, the non-fans as well, the Priscilla fans as well, we are gonna help Elvis get justice for Lisa Marie Presley, and we're gonna do it using Riley Keough. Riley, we beg that you deal with these very serious allegations against Michael Edwards. Please, for your mother, get justice for Lisa Marie Presley. That's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Anyone that buys me a coffee, hitting the coffee button, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And I am going to come back and do the second half of this chapter 1. I am, but I'm going to have a couple of hours off, go for a run, do some exercise, walk the dogs, have some dinner, and then we are going to do the second half of chapter 1 of From Here to the Great Unknown. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. A very, very long live stream, guys. A very long live stream. Thank you so much to Hidden Minds. And guys, we've had a brilliant morning, haven't we? We spent the whole morning defending Elvis, defending Lisa Marie, defending the Presley bloodline together. We've done this together. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And it's going to be a long watch. So any of you waking up in America, it's going to be a long video, guys. Get yourself a coffee and a tea and just chill out in front of the sofa, in front of the TV, on your sofa, and just relax and enjoy this live stream. It's been extremely interesting. And all of you around the world, in every country, England, Germany, Denmark, you name it, Canada, Australia, wherever you are in the world, guys, let me know. Let me know wherever you are in the world. Please, right now, tell me where you are in the world, so we can just check it out on the comments later. Please, right now, just say what country you're in, and then we're going to go. So we've got Hidden Minds in the Netherlands. Thank you, Linda. We have Deborah in Missouri, Lorna. We have Terelia in Brisbane, Australia. Colleen in Massachusetts. Jane in Leicester. Keep it coming, guys. Let's see where you're all from. Come on. We have Ozark in Missouri. Just got back from Graceland. Cool. Ozark, well done. Did you go to the meeting? We have Rhonda in Wisconsin. We got Carolyn in Michigan. Shirley in Dover. Hi, Shirley. We have Precious Hearts in Sweden. Hello, Precious Hearts. We have Philomena, of course. Hi, Philomena. You know I love you. In Sydney. Now, Elaine, of course, is from the UK, Manchester. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you. Please subscribe. Thanks for the coffee, guys. Thank you so much for the coffee. I love coffee. I appreciate it. We had a great one, guys. This was great. This was great. Thank you so much. Love to all of you. Take care. And I didn't mean to offend anybody. I did not mean to offend anybody. If I've offended anybody, I apologize. If I've offended anybody, I apologize. I come from love. Thanks, guys.